at Fleet Farm. 'Tis the season for ice fishing, and we're knocking 10% off select rods, reels, tip-ups, lures, huts, you name it. Visit Toyland and save up to 40% on a bunch of toys for the kids. So come on in and wrap up your shopping today at Fleet Farm, home of the best gift prices guaranteed.
What's poppin'? Justin Jefferson here.
Football is a lot of explosion, a lot of energy and attitude.
It's a whole different vibe with these open earbuds. It's like you're in the moment, but also you can hear everything around you. You can be involved.
To have good sound and to be so light on your ear means a lot to me. Putting that music into my ears,
You feel good enough to go out there and play.
you turn on that switch, no one can stop you.
For more, check out Bose.com.
Vikings and Bears, live tonight on the audio home for Minnesota Vikings football. FM 100.3 KFXN, Minneapolis, St. Paul, and on iHeartRadio.
Last week against Atlanta, Darnold was dealing.
He's going to loft one up deep to Addison, who's stopped, caught it, and now touchdown! A 49-yard touchdown for Jordan Addison. Minnesota 6 of 11 on third down. Sam, under a lot of pressure. How'd you get away from that? Now he throws deep. Justin wide open. Caught. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson with a 48-yard reception. But Sam Darnold was Houdini for the day.
The Vikings quarterback is expecting an electric atmosphere tonight against Chicago.
You know, anytime we get a chance to play in front of our fans, man, it's an unbelievable opportunity. You know, especially this upcoming game Monday night. Looking forward to the whiteout, and I know it's going to be an electric atmosphere.
Back to pass, throws right, caught, and touchdown! Jordan Addison is on fire! Pass right, caught Addison to the end zone! Touchdown! And for Sam Darnold, that's a high five for the first time in his career.
Sam looks to keep sizzling. Tonight at US Bank Stadium, it's the Vikings and Bears. This is Vikings Football Sunday on the Minnesota Vikings Radio Network.
Back to pass, looking for a touchdown. Protected beautifully again. Rolls right, end zone, touchdown!
Vikings Football Sunday is presented by the following broadcast partners: Polaris, Hy-Vee, Hop Valley Brewing Company, and by US Bank. Vikings football is also brought to you by the following: Mystic Lake Casino Hotel,
To the 30, down the sidelines, knocked out of bounds.
Twin Cities Orthopedics, Miller Lite, and by Lumen. Now with the best Vikings pregame coverage, live from US Bank Stadium, along with Mike Mussman and former Viking Pete Persich, here's the voice of the Vikings, KFAN's Paul Allen.
It's a Monday night in Minneapolis, and the 11-2 Vikings are looking to sweep the Chicago Bears. The Boom about an hour from now. Pregame with Muss right now.
Thanks, PA. Week 15, and yes, your Minnesota Vikings 11-2 host the Chicago Bears, who are at 4-9. Monday Night Football kicks off just after 7 o'clock. Now, the Vikings are on a 6-game winning streak and coming off a 42-21 home win versus Kirk Cousins and the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, the Bears are on a 7-game losing streak. Chicago has not had a win since October 13th versus the Jags. They have not won a road game all season. They are 0-6. And if you remember the last matchup, only 2 receptions, 27 yards for Justin Jefferson. Here he is about that Bears defense.
Do they rather me go off, or do they rather Jordan Addison and AJ to go off? You know, that's something that they have to choose. I'm pretty sure that they're going to pick the second option than the first. That's what most people do. But you know, at the end of the day, I'm still going to try to go out there and still try to, you know, make those big plays and get the ball rolling.
Today's matchup is presented by the Salvation Army. Be the light for a local family in need this holiday, and your donation will be matched. Every dollar raised provides food, shelter, and care when someone needs it most. Learn more at salvationarmynorth.org. Together, we can be the light. Back to Paul Allen, the voice of the Minnesota Vikings, along with Pete Bursich, talking about JJ there, and definitely Sam Darnold on a heater.
No doubt. And Sam has 52 completions this year of 20 yards or more. That's number one in the NFL. And, speaking of Darnold and Jefferson and hearing from Justin, the greatest wide receiver in the history of this football team, Hall of Famer Randy Moss, is going through a really tough time right now. Pete Bursich was a teammate with Randy, and also when Pete coached linebackers here, Randy was on the team. What do you think of all this?
Yeah, well, it was interesting because he was asking everyone to pray for him, and that's kind of Randy, where he didn't come out and say what was going on. He just was very quiet about it and say, "Hey, I got to take a leave of absence. I want everybody to pray for me," which we all did. But that's Randy, and it goes to show that everybody's human, right? And thank God for the blessings that you have. You have your health. You've got everything. So we're all praying for Randy, and thank God he's a young Randy Moss. He's, you know what I mean? So you have a little bit more energy and everything to fight what he's going through, but we're all praying for you, bud, and can't wait to see you back on TV.
Amen, and well said. Now, to the game this evening, it's like, let me get this straight. The Chicago Bears are plus 10 in the take-give. Their quarterback's gone 255 consecutive passes without a pick. That's a NFL rookie record and a Chicago Bears team record. And the Bears in the red zone, offense and defense, they're third in the NFL with both. Yet the team's 4-9, has fired an offensive coordinator and fired a head coach and lost 7 in a row, despite all those ballyhooed positive numbers.
Oh, you're right about that. And they're a top 10 scoring defense. So, yeah, they fell apart in the first half against San Francisco. Was unlike any I think I've seen one-sidedness that I've seen. And the one thing is Eric Washington, the new defensive coordinator for the Bears, and the issues that they had in coverage. And I'm talking about they're leaving zones, they're leaving flats, they're leaving certain areas just absolutely uncovered. Mental errors is what I'm trying to say. Mental errors on defense. You look at Kittle, one of the best tight ends in the league, and they're just not even bothering to cover him in the night that the day that he had against the Bears. So a lot of issues in that regard, but you can't count on them making mistakes. You have to count on them playing the best that they possibly can. And, I think with the defense losing Gervon Dexter, that is a huge, huge anchor. I mean, it was bad enough when they lost Andrew Billings a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
But then to lose he and Gervon Dexter on a night like tonight, I expect that Aaron Jones might have an unbelievable evening.
Yeah, the Bears are down their leading sacker in Gervon Dexter. Also, a key, powerful, rough-and-tumble backup running back, Roschon Johnson.
Yep.
And they lost left tackle Braxton Jones. That news just popped yesterday. Stephon Gilmore down for the Minnesota Vikings. And the kickoff about 52 minutes from now.
All right, PA, thank you, buddy. Hey, Quick Trip is giving away up to $100,000 in the Vikings opening kickoff. Purchase any Pothole Pizza or 20-ounce Pepsi or Mountain Dew product with Quick Rewards, and you're entered in. One weekly winner will automatically win a $500 gift card, and if the Vikings return their opening kickoff for a touchdown, well, then you'll be $100,000 richer. See quicktrip.com/sweepstakes for details. Pete Bursich sticks around here. It's Vikings football Monday night, and we'll be talking about how will the Bears cover Justin Jefferson. Will they do it again with just the 2 receptions and 27 yards from the last game? That and so much more. This is Vikings football.
Taste the holiday magic at Caribou Coffee and treat yourself to delicious drinks made with real ingredients. This year, enjoy returning seasonal classics like the Ho Ho Mint Mocha, Spicy Mocha, and Vanilla Oat Nog Latte. Or try Cranberry Lemonade Energy with Coconut Milk Cold Foam. Or the Cranberry Dark Chocolate Espresso Shaker. Use the Caribou Coffee app to order ahead and skip the line and get your holiday hustle on with Caribou Coffee, the official hometown coffee of the Minnesota Vikings.
Viking fans, are you ready for the coldest rivalry of the season? This December 29th, it's the Vikings versus the Packers, and a showdown so icy, it might just freeze the cheese right off those hats. The first 40,000 fans through the gates will score a one-of-a-kind hand warmer, powered by 3M Science.
Whoa! It's got 3M Thinsulate to keep my hands toasty.
And 3M Scotch-Lite Reflective so I can still go for runs in the dark.
Walks
in the dark.
Warm hands, bright visibility, no excuses. Be one of the first 40,000 fans on December 29th. Brought to you by 3M Science, making cold games cooler.
Are you a building owner or manager looking for a top-notch commercial property maintenance provider? Look no further than Curbside Landscape and Irrigation. Established in 1998, we service some of the most prominent commercial properties in the Twin Cities, including the campus at Viking Lakes. From snow removal to landscaping and so much more, we've got you covered. Need our services or looking for a career in this industry? Contact us today at www.curbsidelandscape.com.
Allina Health Aetna is a Minnesota-based health insurance company. Our plans include coverage for medical and mental health care with no and low-cost minute clinic visits at CVS Pharmacy and Target stores. We also offer virtual care that's only a text message away. Through our partnerships with Minnesota's top doctors and facilities, we're able to bring quality, more affordable health coverage to Minnesotans. Allina Health Aetna, built to keep the healthcare experience simple and useful for you. Visit AllinaHealthAetna.com to learn more.
Well, tonight was huge, so first and foremost, I got to thank my FVP, my car battery for this victory. Without it, I'd still be in my garage. My FVP battery came to play. It always gives 110%, leaves everything on the pavement, and I am so proud of how my FVP hung in today. It overcame high and low temps all season long. It brought the heat tonight. It's not really about whether you win or lose, okay? It's about what battery you put under the hood. FVP kind of sounds like MVP. That's no coincidence. Automotive batteries from FVP. Reach for what works. Visit FVPparts.com.
Pure Lux Med Spa, the preferred med spa of the Minnesota Vikings cheerleaders. Indulge in the same top-tier treatments that the MVC trust for their beauty needs. Say goodbye to unwanted hair and hello to flawlessly smooth skin at Pure Lux Med Spa with the only elite IQ laser in Minnesota. Pure Lux Med Spa uses only state-of-the-art Class 4 true lasers for elite hair removal and body contouring. Elevate your beauty routine with Botox and cosmetic filler treatments and age-defying skincare treatments such as Diamond Glow and Skin Pen for collagen induction therapy. For more information, visit mypurelux.com/Vikings for exclusive offers to Vikings fans.
With its smart, sustainable water solutions, Pentair helps the world move, improve, and enjoy water, life's most essential resource. From great-tasting water for homes and businesses to energy-efficient pumping solutions and everywhere in between, Pentair is focused on driving innovation that helps people and the planet thrive. Visit Pentair.com to learn how. Pentair, the official sustainable water partner of the Minnesota Vikings. Counting you down to the 7 o'clock kickoff between the Vikings and Bears. This is Vikings football on KFAN.
Pass protection-wise, it's going to be utmost important for the defense that brings pressure almost every single snap or gives the illusion of pressure every single snap. But plus also kind of get the run game going as well, keep guys fresh, rotate throughout the entire game so we can keep that ball rolling with that.
Voice of Bears coach Thomas Brown. Vikings football Monday night. Nothing says Minnesota like getting out in the snow and have some fun with Polaris. Polaris, think outside and inside. We are here in the booth at US Bank Stadium. Pete Bursich joins me now. And Pete, the winter warrior, the whiteout that's going on right here. What do you think of the uniforms, the jersey? Because I know I was talking to Harrison Phillips and Blake Brendel this week, and both of them were like, big guys don't like white.
Yeah. I mean, and from up here, they look like the Baltimore Colts from back in the 60s. You can't see any detail on the helmet from way up here. So, they're definitely white, and it's unlike with PA. I'm just looking at everybody again, trying to remember numbers because everybody looks so different. Yeah, so now last time we played against the Bears, there was 2 receptions, just 27 yards for Justin Jefferson, as the Bears were not only like bracket covering and also, they were triple covering him at times. Do you believe and feel like they will do that again, given the fact that after we watched the Falcons, how they went with a totally different idea, and that did not work? I have no idea what the Bears are going to do. And I say that because watching what happened against San Francisco, there were so many mental errors, so many mistakes. I don't know how you can possibly simplified more than playing 3 deep unless you play a lot of man-to-man. The other thing they might do is just blitz the living snot out of us because they got nothing else to lose, right? I mean, that's how you keep a defense engaged in a season that's going the wrong way, is dial up numbers and let guys get after the quarterback. So they could turn around and be super aggressive tonight, but they have to make a decision, and I'm sure they would be more than happy to try to keep JJ, off of his game and let somebody else do all the damage, whether it's Jordan Addison or TJ Hawkinson or Brandon Powell. I mean, I think that they really don't care. And another guy might have a big night is Aaron Jones. I mean, running the football without Javon Dexter is a big possibility now. Getting him the ball in the flats late, I think there are going to be some good yards after catch. So who knows? But the Vikings have multiple weapons, and that's what this is all about.
Yeah, and Aaron Jones, as you mentioned, he's only had 2 100-plus yard games on the ground, and one of which was not only Week 3 against Houston, but then also Week 12 against the Bears. How about Jordan Addison here? Okay, 708 yards in 2024, 7 touchdowns. The last 4 games, though, 35 targets, 23 receptions, 410 yards, and 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, I think he's finally feeling better. He had sprained each of his ankles in the preseason and then getting into the regular season. So he's definitely healthy, and I think that he and JJ are getting a good feel for how defenses are playing him, and then how do you counteract that? And getting the quarterback involved in Darnold, I think, is very dialed in as well. So we know Addison's one of my favorites. He's a tough kid. He plays hard. We know he can battle. We remember that from the San Francisco game where he had a ball taken away from him, and later he took one away and scored a touchdown on it. So I just love the way that he plays, and he's such a good red zone receiver. To be a great red zone receiver, you have to be either really tall or a really good route runner. And Addison's not very tall. He's just a great route runner, and that's why it's so much fun to watch him.
All right, Pete, great stuff. Thank you, buddy.
See you later.
Hey, Fox 9 is Fox Local, and you can stream Fox 9 anytime from any city on the Fox Local app on your TV, and now you can stream Fox 9 anywhere from your phone, too, with Fox Local, the mobile app. Vikings football Monday night continues. Skull Stories coming up next. Coach Mike Tice with Pete and Rosie. That is coming up next on the Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Polaris.
This season, Chevy brings classic pairings, cookies and milk, mistletoe and kisses, and your holiday plans and a new Chevy. Silverado 1500 gives you power and capability with 430 pound-feet of torque to haul your holiday tree. Equinox EV and the all-new Equinox offer award-winning quality and style to see you through the holiday season. See why Chevy makes everything better and brighter. Visit ChevyDealOnline.com.
And we interrupt you with breaking news live from the Pepsi Wild Cherry aisle. Carol, can you hear us?
Steve, I've never seen anything like this. The bold, refreshing, and bursting with cherry deliciousness of Pepsi Wild Cherry is, well, let's just say everyone is getting wild.
Getting wild?
That's right, Steve. There's dancing, binge-watching, and is that a slip and slide? They're really putting the wild in Pepsi Wild Cherry, and this on-the-scene reporter can't wait to pop, lock, and drop it.
Pepsi Wild Cherry. Go ahead. Get wild.
As a contractor installing windows, you deserve a simple choice. Anderson 400 Series windows. They're the cladwood windows contractors trust the most. So much so, they're the windows contractors trust for their own homes. And they even have fewer callbacks for extra peace of mind. When it comes to windows, the choice is simple. It's Anderson 400 Series windows. The windows contractors trust the most. Request a quote at AndersonWindows.com today.
Claims based on 2022 Anderson Brand Survey of U.S. contractors.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024 U.S. Bank.
Hey, Mark Rosen here. Let me tell you about a great way to stream all your Vikings coverage, shows, and analysis right on your big screen TV. It's Fox Local, a free streaming app where you can watch live shows of Vikings Game Day Live or Postgame Tonight, plus a ton of exclusive stories and features that only Fox 9 can provide. So search Fox Local on your streaming device, install, and stay connected to your Vikings and local news here in Minnesota with Fox Local.
Are you ready for some football? Well, you are now, thanks to Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Minnesota Vikings and the NFL, Ticketmaster's got the best way to take it to the house when it comes to being there live. They're the safest and most convenient marketplace to score fully verified Vikings tickets. And even if your plans get broken up or worse, turned over, Ticketmaster gives you more flexibility to sell your seats. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Vikings.
Your radio home for Viking football. FM 100.3 KFAN.
Welcome back, Vikings football Monday night. Vikings fans, get ready for kickoff like the broadcast team with a pothole pizza only from Quick Trip, Meat Sweats, Vikings Pep Rally, and of course Sausage Palooza. Grab a slice wherever you watch or listen to the game, and now available here at US Bank Stadium. And here is Skull Stories, a chance to have Pete Burzich and Mark Rosen sit down and talk with Mike Tice.
You mentioned something to me, and you were talking about your brother, John, who, I hope he's doing well too. But John always had guys that played really well, but none of them were high draft picks. I'm looking back at our offensive line, like Chris Lewinsky, Mike Rosenthal, Corey Withrow. I mean, you turned a lot of late round draft picks into very, very good starters. Can you mold these guys like this anymore? Do you have enough time? Is there not enough practice with pads anymore? I mean, what do you think of all this?
And I think that's a great question, Pete. I think that tribute to that, for the ability to develop these young players, was because of Denny Green. Because Denny Green always told me, we're not going to give you the high pick, because, we had a couple of high picks before I got there. Corey Stringer, God bless him, and Todd Stussy, and of course Randall were teammates with Randall. But because we had other voids defensively and at other positions, we never drafted a high offensive lineman. So what he said, I'm going to give you a 7th round pick, I'll give you an 8th round pick, I'll give you a 6th round pick, and then he'd send me on the road and go try to find here's another Chuck Ness, to go find a ruby. Dust it off, polish it up, and turn that little piece of stone into a ruby. And so because of Denny Green, allowed me the time to develop. And he would give me 3 years on a guy. And so if the guy wasn't starting in 3 years, we had to run him out the door. And so we didn't run a lot of guys out the door. We developed guys, and we were able to play back. I think one of my greatest coaching jobs was Matt Burke. A guy we drafted from Harvard in the 6th round, left tackle at Harvard. And Frankie Gilliam pointed him out. God bless Frankie too. He pointed him out to me on film, and he said, "Listen, this kid played in the East-West Shrine game. You should go work this kid out. But he's not a left tackle." And we brought him in, and he was so smart. He swung at a lot of positions. And then his 3rd year, then he said, "Let's get rid of the center, and let's move Matt to center." And we're over scrimmaging. Remember, we used to scrimmage over the Chiefs over in
River Falls,
Wisconsin. And then he turned to me and said, "Let's do it right now in one-on-ones." And so we did it one-on-ones. He locked down every single guy he blocked. And we looked at each other and kind of smiled, Denny and I. And it's like, okay, there's our new future center. And of course, Matt Burke made a couple of Pro Bowls and had a great career.
One other stud, you want to call him, the offensive line. Yeah, absolutely. Bryant McKinney was on our Skull Stories, and he talked very highly of the work that you did with him and what your recollections of working with Bryant McKinney all those years.
Well, he was the highest pick we drafted at O-line when I was the head coach. There was a lot of conversation about him. I always took advice from Scott Studwell in the draft room, because Stott, had a great feel for talent. So we were torn between a couple players in that draft. We got McKinney and developed a really good relationship with his mom.
That's always
and
important.
Anytime that he would annoy me, I told him I was calling his mom, and he shaped up. So ask him about that next time. The time I called
Mom knows best.
Yeah, we saw that with Aaron Jones, and his mom basically told him, they should have taken you out of the game for fumbling last week. Yeah, and what happened this week? Didn't fumble. How about that?
Well, I saw an interview where Lamar Jackson's mother yelled at him for not running the ball enough.
Well, watching Kevin O'Connell right now, what he's doing with this team and his relationship with his players at his young age, what are your thoughts about KOC and developing a team that was only supposed to win 6 games this year?
I love him. I'm a big fan. I text him every week, good luck and congratulations, and a lot of congratulations of the last 6 weeks. And he's doing a great job. He's doing a tremendous job. He's put together an excellent staff. These kids believe in his message, and they're playing hard for him, and they're playing smart for him. And he's done a fabulous job. I'm a big fan.
That's Mike Tice, Skull Stories with Pete Bursich and Mark Rosen. Hey, you can join me along with special guests, including Andrew DePaula for Vikings Country on Tuesday, December 17th at 5:30 at Blanebrook in Blaine, presented by Miller Lite. You can win great prizes, including tickets in the Miller Lite Lounge right here at US Bank Stadium. Visit Vikings.com/Vikings Country for more info and the full schedule. Coming up here next, Vikings football Monday night. Ben Lieber, Aaron Jones could be on a big game, especially how the Bears defense have looked over the last 3 weeks. We'll talk to Ben about that and so much more. This is Vikings football.
TimberTech and TimberTech.com not only are the best in the business, but the decks they develop and the decks they build are the highest of quality. In fact, you will endure a lifetime of happiness with that deck with TimberTech. So ask for TimberTech when putting together your next project. And that also can include porches. TimberTech.com is where you find the free samples. Once again, start at TimberTech.com.
This season, while you cheer for the Minnesota Vikings, remember that Central Specialties Inc. of Alexandria is working hard to keep you moving, from building and maintaining our highways to ensuring safe and smooth rides. Central Specialties is your trusted partner in road construction throughout Minnesota and the Dakotas. Central Specialties is looking for dedicated individuals to join our winning team. Explore career opportunities at centralspecialties.com. Central Specialties Inc. is an equal opportunity affirmative action employer. It's on us.
Eagan, Minnesota is the proud home of the Minnesota Vikings, and it's also the ultimate destination for fantastic fun. Eagan features over 100 unique restaurants and amazing attractions, such as Twin Cities Premium Outlets and the Vikings Museum. And when you stay in any of Eagan's 18 incredible hotels Thursday through Sunday and pick your package, you'll receive 2 free tickets to the Vikings Museum. Other great offers are also available. For complete details, visit enjoyeagan.com. That's enjoyeagan.com.
Thursdays on CBS. Ready to have your spirits lifted? Then Ghosts is the comedy for you. I mean, it's an age-old story. Couple moves into an estate only to find out it's haunted by ghosts from throughout the centuries. We've got a hippie, a ghost with an arrow through his neck, a guy who knew Alexander Hamilton, and a personal favorite of mine, a Viking. See why critics have called it drop-dead funny. All new Ghosts. Thursday, 8:30, 7:30 Central on CBS.
Celebrate the magic of the season at Winter Solstice. Now through February 23rd, Viking Lakes is your destination for holiday fun and winter adventure. Experience the enchanting Magic of Lights drive-through experience. Gaze upon the 36-foot holiday tree, presented by Xfinity. Skate the plaza, cozy up at the warming house, and so much more. 'Tis the season to celebrate unforgettable memories with family and friends. From festive cheer to frosty fun, Winter Solstice has it all. Learn more at wintersolstice.com. That's winter, SKOLSTICE.com.
Hello, families. Are you looking for a safe, loving, learning environment for your child? New Horizon Academy is a family-owned child care program that serves families just like yours. Our curriculum is specially designed to meet the educational needs of children ages 6 weeks through school age. We invite you to call or stop into your neighborhood New Horizon Academy to take a tour anytime. Learn more at newhorizonacademy.net. New Horizon Academy, where love and learning grow.
Counting you down to the 7 o'clock kickoff between the Vikings and Bears. This is Vikings football on KFAN.
Welcome back. Vikings football Monday night. I'm Muss. And on the sideline throughout the game, brought to you by US Bank, the official bank of the Minnesota Vikings. It's Ben Lieber here on a winter whiteout, and you got the Winter Warrior jerseys and helmets out on the field so far. It's kind of weird to look at, but I kind of dig them.
I kind of dig the whole look. I've been really excited for this game once I saw
the big unveiling of what they're going to look like, plus the crowd's going to be all white. I like this look. I know they'll never make it permanent, but it's pretty cool.
How about this tonight? The Bears defense versus the run, 26 in the NFL rushing yards, 23 for rushing touchdowns. Meanwhile, Aaron Jones, he's had just 2 100-plus yard games, one in week 3 and then one in week 12 against these Bears.
Yeah, I tell you what, I mean, this Bears defense is ripe for Aaron Jones to go off, not only just running the football, but I think he could have a really big day catching the ball in the backfield. You look at this defense, and you will always kind of self-scout or look at the last 3 to 4 games, and boy, these last 3 games for this Bears defense, not great against the run. They're 31st in rush defense, giving up almost 5 yards a carry, and so I do respect, when I think about how we can attack these guys in the run game, I do really respect the way their safeties can get downhill and really hit those alleys, especially on the perimeter run game. So I think maybe the best way to approach this is just attack downhill, especially with Dexter being out of the lineup. I think that we can go right down to the teeth of this defense, right in those A and B gaps, and really attack them there. So hopefully they are true to form in their last 3 games. They give up a lot of rush yards.
Yeah, Sam Darnold last week, 347 and 5 touchdowns. Jordan Addison, 3. Justin Jefferson, 2. Both going for over 130 yards receiving. And you think that the good way to attack these Bears might be throwing the ball early?
Yeah, I really do. I mean, it can be a complex, blitz-heavy defense on third and obvious passing situation, so 3rd and 7+. And so if you want to avoid some of that disguise look, those safeties that I talked about just kind of roaming around, I think it's best to attack these guys on first down. And I don't even think that you really have to establish much of a run game. I think they're going to just honor and respect that anyway. So I think early and often, if you can use first down as sort of your deep shot down, I think it'd be pretty successful.
Caleb Williams has been the most sacked quarterback in the NFL, Ben. 51 sacks, and he's setting like Bears franchise records for sacks against and allowed. So you and I were talking about this morning on the power trip. I kind of feel like this is going to be a big multi-sack game for the Vikings defense. What do you think?
Well, I don't know, man. We didn't do very well against them last game. I know that we had the 3 sacks, but there's only really 1 true sack in there. He's holding on the ball super long there for Gennard's second one. The first sack was just a run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. So they didn't give us a ton of opportunities because he was so nimble and so active back there. So I don't know if I really buy into that, but I will say, again, looking at the past few games, he's definitely looked like he's much more intentional about staying in the pocket, wants to stay within the system. He gets the ball out fairly quickly, and he wants to get the ball down the field a little bit more. So, yes, I can see what you're saying, but look, we've already played 1 game, and we didn't have much success.
Well, if he's getting the ball out quick, how does the Vikings defense actually, set up and scheme up against him?
Well, I think it'd be interesting to watch just to where our safeties are aligned. I mean, there's really no reason for them to sit back in their scheme and cover anything deep. I think until you get tested deep, I think you tighten everybody up. I think linebackers can be a little tighter line of scrimmage. Safeties can come down to line of scrimmage a little bit tighter because that ball is going to come out. And we got to do a really good job of just eliminating a lot of that open space and tackling. We had 5 missed tackles the last game, which is not a huge number, but we don't want to make that a trend. And we certainly don't want to let them have any success just because we're undisciplined in some of the tackling aspects. So I think you tighten down the line of scrimmage across the board, and you got to tackle really well in space.
All right, great stuff as always, Ben. Thanks, buddy.
All right, thanks, Mus.
Yeah, Ben Lieber there. Vikings football Monday night continues, and coming up next from Star Tribune and StarTribune.com, Ben Gessling. He's going to join me. We're going to talk about this game, Vikes versus Bears. A big game for the Minnesota Vikings, especially with everything else that's going on in the NFC North. And you'll catch all of that on the Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Polaris.
For the Vikings, growth is a team effort. Coaches maximize performance. Teammates push your limits. But in business, who's there to help you grow? Lumen, that's who. Like saving live broadcasts from lag time, helping deliver the in-stadium experience for fans with millions more around the globe, and bringing all the benefits of the cloud to your network. So it's as secure as a defensive line and as legendary as the fans that cheer them on. Welcome to the on-demand network that meets your demands. Learn more at lumen.com. Services not available everywhere.
Hey fans, Pilot Games has teamed up with the Minnesota Vikings to create the Vikings Victory electronic pull tab game. Play in more than 1,700 bars across the state and win up to $1,500 in the Skull bonus game. Pilot Games is the largest charitable gaming provider in the state. When you play Vikings Victory, your community wins. Play Vikings Victory today, anywhere Pilot's electronic pull tabs are offered. Visit pilotgames.com for more information.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End of friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Hey, Vikings fans, are you ready to grow your own Super Bowl team? GPAC has 34 years in the recruiting game, and we're here to help you source top talent across multiple industries nationwide. Don't wait on the sidelines. Visit gogpac.com today. That's GOGPAC.com. GPAC, your friends in South Dakota and proud supporters of the Minnesota Vikings, Skull Vikings, and Go GPAC.
For Minnesotans, the outdoors is home. Nobody gives you more ways to get there than Polaris. From Indian motorcycles and Ranger side-by-sides to Indy snowmobiles and Bennington pontoons, we bring Minnesota's best to every season. Our wooded trails, twisted highways, and the rugged shores of all 10,000 lakes are an invitation. A chance to let what's outside challenge what's inside you. Polaris. Think outside. A proud partner of your Minnesota Vikings.
When football season kicks off, everything else takes a back seat to sports convenience. That's sports convenience. Running errands, not sports convenient. Cooking dinner, not sports convenient. But shopping online is now extra sports convenient thanks to Pays, a fast online checkout offered by banks and credit unions. With Pays, there's no typing in card numbers, no apps to download, and cards stay in one place so you don't have to leave the couch. In the name of sports convenience, try Pays today. Learn more at PAZE.com.
Minnesota Vikings pregame coverage continues now on FM 100.3 KFAN, Minnesota's home for football.
Welcome back. Vikings football Monday night on Muss here at US Bank Stadium. And in the booth with me is from Star Tribune, StarTribune.com. We got Ben Gessling. But Ben, before that, today's health report is brought to you by Twin Cities Orthopedics. TCO is the official sports medicine provider of the Minnesota Vikings. And here's the deal. Stephon Gilmore will not play tonight for your Minnesota Vikings. Big on the other side for the Bears, though. Roshan Johnson, he's out with a concussion, the running back. Oh, and also their defensive tackle, Dexter, is not going to play. That is today's health report brought to you by Twin Cities Orthopedics, TCO, the official sports medicine provider of the Minnesota Vikings. Trusted care, pro approved. And Ben, that's where I want to lead off right off the bat because Dexter out. That is a huge miss for the Bears.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the Vikings had success running on the Bears the last meeting, and I think this changes that quite a bit. It's going to be interesting to see how the Bears approach this because they were as committed to the split safety stuff over the top of Justin Jefferson as anybody we've seen, and the Vikings were able to run against that. That really was the game where it almost seemed like the Vikings could start to say, are you sure you want to stick with this? Is this really the hill you want to die on with Justin Jefferson? Because Addison had the big day, Hawkinson had the big day, and they were able to run the ball. Does Dexter being out pull the Bears out of that? Do they move another defender up to help there? And what might that mean for the Vikings in the passing game?
Do you feel bad that you missed out on Cam Bynum selling where you could have been a part of that with the White Chicks, with the Josh Metellus, that little, the Sellies have really just taken over with Cam.
Yeah, they have. I don't think I could have pulled that off. I mean, the flip on the field in cleats and pads is pretty impressive. It's been interesting to watch that because, I mean, Brian Flores talked about it this week. He's as much the driving force of this as saying, guys, we need to celebrate more. And I asked a lot of players about this week for an upcoming story because there's been this narrative about Brian Flores, and they said, yeah, everybody kind of has their opinions of him that don't know him, but once you get to meet him, they spend a lot of time with his family. They spend a lot of time just talking to him about how much he loves this sport and loves coaching it, loves pushing guys to be their best. And he said a lot of it comes down to joy and saying, if you're not enjoying what you're doing and it doesn't come out and things like that, you're not going to be at your best.
I love that. Let's continue on talking about the Vikings defense and Brian Flores' defense. The bend but don't break kind of situation here. The last 3 games, they gave up 398 yards to the Bears, 406 yards to the Cards, 496 versus the Falcons. And a lot of those were kind of in garbage time. I get that.
Yep.
But it's a lot when you're giving up 400 yards of total offense.
Yeah, for sure. And the Falcons had the ball for quite a bit of that game, and they've run into that the last few weeks. That's really I think the spot where this is the biggest area of concern for the Vikings, because they have been run on the last couple of weeks in a way that they have not really been throughout the year. And what that has meant is the defense is on the field a lot. They have not been able to sustain drives probably in the way that they would like to do it. And then when those two things work together, you have a lot of defensive players being asked to play a lot of snaps. And that stuff is a cumulative load throughout the year when you're heading into the playoffs, when you want guys to be fresh and ready. The fact that you're playing as many snaps and on the field as much as you are does add up. So being able to handle the run and get off the field more effectively, I think is a big part of it for them tonight.
Just less than a minute here. Ben Gessling with me from StarTribune.com. When you got DJ Moore getting targeted a bunch, Keenan Allen, who always seems to do well against the Vikings, going to be a tough matchup tonight.
It is, and they've got a lot of weapons. It's going to be interesting to see how it goes. DeAndre Swift is going to go for them. We'll see how limited he might be, but it's a team with a lot of weapons. The Vikings certainly have their hands full with it, but the Bears' injuries, I think, are a big factor here tonight, too.
All right, Ben. Great stuff as always, buddy.
Thanks, Mus.
Ben Gessling from Star Tribune, StarTribune.com. Vikings football Monday night continues coming up. We got PA with an interview that he did down on the field just today with Josh Metellus. Also, an interview with PA and the coach, Kevin O'Connell. That's all coming up before the boom just after 7 o'clock. Vikings taking on the Bears Monday night football. And yeah, you're going to catch all of the action right here. This is Vikings football.
Xfinity here. How can we help?
Hey, can my Wi-Fi handle a big birthday party for my daughter?
Well, at Xfinity, we built our gateways to handle hundreds of devices at once. So, bring on the party.
Oh, we are gonna need a bigger cake.
Through December 31st, get Xfinity Gig Internet for $25 a month for 12 months when you add unlimited mobile. Or lock in your internet price for 2 years for only $5 more a month with a 1-year contract. Early termination fee applies. Restrictions apply. Requires paper plan, auto or bank account. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. After promo, regular rates apply. Actual speeds vary.
Well, tonight was huge. So first and foremost, I got to thank my FVP, my car battery for this victory. Without it, I'd still be in my garage. My FVP battery came to play. It always gives 110%, leaves everything on the pavement. And I am so proud of how my FVP hung in today. It overcame high and low temps all season long. It brought the heat tonight. It's not really about whether you win or lose, okay? It's about what battery you put under the hood. FVP kind of sounds like MVP. That's no coincidence. Automotive batteries from FVP. Reach for what works. Visit FVPparts.com.
If you're a window installer, keep it simple. Choose Anderson 400 Series windows. They're the cladwood windows contractors trust the most. So much so, they're the windows contractors trust for their own homes. And with fewer callbacks, the choice is simple. It's Anderson 400 Series windows, the windows contractors trust the most. Get started at AndersonWindows.com today.
Claims based on 2022 Anderson brand survey of U.S. contractors.
Taste the holiday magic at Caribou Coffee and treat yourself to delicious drinks made with real ingredients. This year, enjoy returning seasonal classics like the Ho Ho Mint Mocha, Spicy Mocha, and Vanilla Oat Nog Latte. Or try Cranberry Lemonade Energy with Coconut Milk Cold Foam or the Cranberry Dark Chocolate Espresso Shaker. Use the Caribou Coffee app to order ahead and skip the line and get your holiday hustle on with Caribou Coffee, the official hometown coffee of the Minnesota Vikings.
During football season, we all make rookie mistakes, like that time you accidentally spiked your TV remote to celebrate a touchdown. Maybe you should have had a Snickers, because now you can enter for a chance to turn those rookie mistakes into prizes, including a grand prize trip to Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans and awesome weekly prizes. Visit Snickers.com/rookie mistake for rules and details. And grab a Snickers, the official chocolate sponsor of the NFL.
If you're in the market for a used vehicle, click on CarswapUSA.com.
We offer easy financing, complimentary oil change, and if you need it, we can deliver it.
Speaking of CarswapUSA.com,
you can browse hundreds of vehicles from your home.
If you're ready to buy a premium, hand-picked, late model, low mileage used vehicle, then check out your options at
CarswapUSA.com. We deliver
whether you're buying or selling. Make CarSwap your first stop. CarSwap, a car for everyone.
Counting you down to the 7 o'clock kickoff between the Vikings and Bears. This is Vikings football on KFAN.
Welcome back to Minnesota Vikings football on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings radio network. The Boom against Chicago coming up shortly. Here is safety Joshua Metellus right in front of the Bears game. And Metellus leads the Minnesota Vikings in tackles. You lead the team into tackles going into this week, which I think is cool because Joshua is 2 clear of Harrison Smith, 3 clear of Cam Bynum, 6 clear of Blake Cashman. With 4 games to go, you think you're going to hold on?
I honestly, first of all, thank you for having me. I honestly didn't know I was leading. I thought I would have been around like that 4 or 5 mark, so I'm happy to see I'm up there. But I mean, I'm competitive. Now that it's a race and I'm winning, I want to keep the lead. So we'll see. But I mean, as long as we're all making tackles, it doesn't really matter.
And Harrison led into the Atlanta game. Now you lead into the Bears game. Cashman led for like a month, and he got hurt. Bynum's been up there. So what does that say when you have 4 or 5 guys, Van Ginkel too, all right around leading tackler? It feels like some gang tackling.
Yeah, a lot of guys to the ball, all 11. We get that feel. We're deep. We play a lot of guys, so we get a lot of guys, running to the ball, want to make plays. Being around each other, having purple swarm, and that's what the defense is about.
You and Cam Bynum with the celebrations, which are fantastic. What goes into orchestrating them, like coming up with the ideas?
I would say just our inner kid. We're both, we enjoy playing the game. We love playing the game. We love, being silly and goofy, whatever you want to call it. We love that, just that kid side of us to come out because, that shows our true personality. A lot of the stuff we seen, we grew up on. So, it was just, kind of like a shout out to, stuff that, we hold true to our core values. And, it's been working well for us. We also have to make plays to do those things. So, it's kind of incentive to, do your job really well. So that way you can go out there and do things like that.
Bears quarterback Caleb Williams has gone 255 consecutive without an interception. What do you think of his game? You played him once. You've seen them all.
Yeah, really talented player. I think he does a lot of things really special. The thing he does really well is escaping out the pocket and extending plays. So, we're going to have to keep a handle on him in that way. But he's a very talented player. And, it's showing up in his stats. Haven't thrown a pick in a while. But, if we have our chance to get one today, we're going to do it. 255
in a row for Caleb, NFL rookie record and a Chicago Bears record. You think you get him tonight?
I think so. I think the way we swarm, I think we'll make something happen.
And finally, Jonathan Grenard and Andrew Van Ginkel. Joshua, how do Grenard and Van Ginkel help your game, and what do you like about how they play?
Yeah, those guys chasing after the quarterback, having the quarterback see goals, feel that pressure all day. I think it's just the mental aspect of it, definitely gives you ease as a DB, knowing those guys can get after the quarterback. So all you have to do is do your job for this amount of time. You get guys like that who are game-changing players. It helps the whole defense. So, it's a lot of comfort in those guys, being able to go get the quarterback.
Thanks for the chat. Have fun.
Thank you, PA.
Joshua Metellus, safety for the Minnesota Vikings. Vikings and Bears coming up shortly. Coming up next, my sit-down for the pregame with Minnesota Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell. That's next on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings radio network, driven by Polaris.
Eagan, Minnesota is the proud home of the Minnesota Vikings, and it's also the ultimate destination for fantastic fun. Eagan features over 100 unique restaurants and amazing attractions, such as Twin Cities Premium Outlets and the Vikings Museum. And when you stay in any of Eagan's 18 incredible hotels Thursday through Sunday and pick your package, you'll receive 2 free tickets to the Vikings Museum. Other great offers are also available. For complete details, visit enjoyegan.com. That's enjoyegan.com.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it.
Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024 U.S. Bank.
The Yaller Horn has spoken. It's saying, when the Vikings score, Vikings fans win. This season, if the Vikings score 2 or more touchdowns in a single game, you get a free Big Mac. That's right. When the Vikings score 2 or more touchdowns in a game, get a free Big Mac with a purchase of $2 or more. Only on the McDonald's app. Offer valid once per person the day after the Vikings score 2+ touchdowns through 1/31/2025 at participating McDonald's. Excludes tax. Must opt into rewards.
With its smart, sustainable water solutions, Pentair helps the world move, improve, and enjoy water, life's most essential resource. From great-tasting water for homes and businesses to energy-efficient pumping solutions and everywhere in between, Pentair is focused on driving innovation that helps people and the planet thrive. Visit Pentair.com to learn how. Pentair, the official sustainable water partner of the Minnesota Vikings. Hey fans, Pilot Games has teamed up with the Minnesota Vikings to create the Vikings Victory electronic pull tab game. Play in more than 1,700 bars across the state and win up to $1,500 in the Skull bonus game. Pilot Games is the largest charitable gaming provider in the state. When you play Vikings Victory, your community wins. Play Vikings Victory today, anywhere Pilot's electronic pull tabs are offered. Visit pilotgames.com for more information.
If you're in the market for a used vehicle, click on carswapusa.com.
We offer easy financing, complimentary oil change, and if you need it, we can deliver it.
Speaking of carswapusa.com,
you can browse hundreds of vehicles from your home.
If you're ready to buy a premium, hand-picked, late model, low mileage used vehicle, then check out your options at
carswapusa.com. We deliver
whether you're buying or selling. Make CarSwap your first stop. CarSwap, a car for everyone.
The Twin Cities home for Vikings talk. FM 100.3 KFAN.
Hey, welcome to U.S. Bank Stadium. It's Paul Allen with Minnesota Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell. The Boom against the Bears, looking to sweep the Bears, coming up very shortly, and the head coach joins us now. Let's begin here. Harrison Smith, 189th game this evening for Harrison, 4th most in team history. What has Harrison meant to you the 2+ years you've coached here?
Yeah, he's one of my all-time favorite players I've had a chance to be around. I don't directly coach him on the defensive side, but Harry and I spend a lot of time together. We started spending some time every Friday morning this year to just make sure. I think it's a benefit for me to not have to be around coaches all the time, and I think for Harry, judging by the age of a lot of the guys in the locker room, I think I'm a little closer to him than some of the guys he could have coffee with downstairs. So why not bring it up to a coach's office? And I absolutely love him, what he's meant to the Minnesota Vikings organization, our fans, and just the way he goes about his everyday life as a guy that will be in the Ring of Honor and hopefully more someday. I can't say enough great things about Harry.
189 for the Hitman, passing HOF Randall McDaniel. That's cool. Caleb Williams, quarterback for the Bears. Caleb has gone 255 consecutive without a pick. What plays into that?
Well, I just think, if he sees it and it's open, he's going to throw it at a really high level and be accurate. He's got some great players to throw the ball to. And if not, I think he's really trying to find that art, as we saw in Chicago with him making some plays up and out of the pocket, off schedule, using his legs to go steal some yards, and really keeping that offense moving forward without putting the ball at risk. I think the way that you maybe give yourself a chance to end that streak for Caleb is by stopping the run on early downs and putting him into some of these passing situations where you kind of limit the playbook. You're getting drop back pass, and then you can allow Grenard and Van Ginkel and Dallas and the rest of the fellas to go try to see if we can make them uncomfortable in that pocket. But you still got to get them on the ground when you get there, which is proven to be more difficult than than people expected coming into this season for a rookie quarterback.
Now, the Bears interim head coach this game is Thomas Brown. Kevin won a Super Bowl with Coach Brown in Los Angeles. What is his perceived approach tonight, do you feel all about?
Yeah, I think it's hard to, really, if you think back, a little more than, a month ago, he was just the pass game coordinator on the team. And then obviously they make a change at the coordinator position, and Thomas immediately steps into that role. He's calling games from the booth. And then not too many days later, PA, now you're on the sideline. Now you're holding that red challenge flag. Now you're managing the game, the officials, and also calling plays. I know Thomas is very, very bright. He's great with the players. I always really valued my time with Thomas those 2 years in Los Angeles. And I know he's going to have his team ready to go. They're going to play really hard, fast, physical. The principles that really made Thomas Brown a great player when he was the Georgia State Player of the Year. They're competing with Sean McVay and Calvin Johnson back in the day. But what I would say this is I know he's going to have his team ready to go, and we got to play well. We got to play fast. We got to get off to a fast start, expecting great energy in here. You can already feel it right now, PA.
What are some offensive keys for you guys tonight that will help you sweep Chicago?
Yeah, I think it's important that we're able to run the football. They do a lot of things from a movement. They're not going to allow you to hit many sitting targets. They're going to stunt the line. Whether it's defensive ends, taking gaps inside or potentially a whole entire line shifting at the snap of the ball, just trying to bob and weave so you really can't get those combinations on those guys. And what that allows is two really good linebackers at the inside linebacker position to run and hit. So if we can, we've got some experience playing against defensive styles like this. I thought we got the run game going enough when we played in Chicago, but I would like to see that. And then Sam Darnold and just this completion fest that we've seen out of him, and really the way I've talked to our offense and Sam about it is we've been very explosive without trying to be overly hunting the explosive plays. Yeah, there's going to be some times where we're trying to put the ball down the field, PA, but it's about all those 6, 7, 8 yard completions, getting guys involved, getting the ball in the hands of playmakers. And then what are we going to do with it after the catch? I think it's going to be a big yards after catch game for guys like Justin and Jordan, TJ, getting Aaron and our backs involved in the pass game. And then ultimately we were 8 of 12 on third down and 4 of 4 in the red zone last week against the Atlanta Falcons. That equaled 40 plus points. That can happen every week if we have that kind of execution on those weighty downs.
Congratulations on the playoff berth. Any chance you'll send LaFleur a Christmas card for that solid?
No, I'll just give it to him in person here in a couple weeks. And, very much, we're fortunate to have, officially claimed a spot in the dance. That's what you come into this thing hoping to do. But as I told our team last night, PA, great. We're excited about that. It's been something we've been working towards. But what's really defined this team this year is being right where our feet are planted. What's right in front of us, and that's the Chicago Bears tonight. We got to play well at home. We've done that this year. And it's very, very important to us to give this electric atmosphere something to get excited about for our great fans. So very excited about tonight.
Appreciate the time. Thank you. Have fun.
Thanks, PA.
Kevin O'Connell, head coach of the Minnesota Vikings, and I'm Paul Allen. A whiteout Monday Night Football is around the corner, and your Vikings look to end it in the black. On the KFAN Minnesota Vikings Radio Network.
Miller Lite is brewed with great taste and only great taste.
The Miller Brewing Company would like to issue a correction. Miller Lite is brewed to be less filling. What are you doing here?
Miller Lite tastes great.
Look, I'm just reading the script. It says less filling.
That's not what my script says.
Well, mine said.
We'd like to apologize for the previous announcers. Miller Lite is in fact less filling and tastes great. Time to shine, legal guy.
Celebrate responsibly. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Beer. 96 calories and 3.2 grams carbs per 12 ounces. Fewer calories and carbs than premium regular beer.
From coin flip to final whistle, show your diehard passion for your Minnesota Vikings all season with your favorite purple and gold gear from Shields. Bring your best this year, whether you're cheering from US Bank Stadium or from your living room with your favorite jerseys, hats, collectibles, and Vikings branded gear from the Shields Fan Shop. Visit us at your local Shields or Shields.com and let's cheer on the Vikings. Shields, proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings and football fans everywhere.
Viking fans, looking to upgrade your wardrobe? This local brand based in St. Paul will become your new go-to. Unreal is the premium athleisure brand that combines comfort, versatility, and style. Crafting elevated apparel that will take you from the office to the gym or the airport to the golf course. Wherever you go, they've got you covered. Shop now at Unreal.com and experience the difference yourself. That's UNRL.com. The best athleisure wear in the game.
The radio home of the Minnesota Vikings. FM 100.3, KFXM Minneapolis, St. Paul. The Fan.
Showtime, baby.
You know what's going on. Let's go, Vikings. Let's go. Oh, you go 3. 1, 2, 3. Get it top.
Minnesota Vikings football is on the air all across the Minnesota Vikings radio network. Vikings football is proudly presented by the following broadcast partners: Vizzy Hard Seltzer, your local Northland Ford dealers, Polaris, and by Mystic Lake Casino Hotel. Vikings football is also brought to you by the following: U.S. Bank, Jacob Leinenkugel's Brewing Company, 3M, and by Lumen.
Touchdown! To the 30, down the sidelines, knocked out of bounds.
It's an NFC North Division collision. Now, let's go live to U.S. Bank Stadium to three guys who love to go bear hunting. Along with former Vikings Pete Bursich and Ben Lieber, here with the call of tonight's game, the voice of the Vikings, Paul Allen.
Hey, Pete. Yes, Paul. How about that? Chris Carter and Jake Reed at the coin toss with a Randy Moss jersey and a whiteout Monday Night Football went nuts. That was beautiful.
It's fantastic. And, you know, with the way our receiving core has been playing, I'm glad that JJ has an opportunity to see the real three wide back in the day with Moss, Carter, and Reed. I mean, what a fantastic, testament to Randy, and we all praying for Randy and praying that he gets better.
The Minnesota Vikings at 11-2 are taking on the Chicago Bears this evening. Welcome to U.S. Bank Stadium. It's Bears Battle 128. The Minnesota Vikings lead the series 67-58-2. A couple of ties, last tie in 1967. The Vikings beat the Chicago Bears in September of 1961, 37-13, and that was the first regular season game in Minnesota Vikings history. They're looking to sweep the Bears for the second time in Kevin O'Connell's 3-year reign as head coach. The aforementioned KO is 4-1 against the Chicago Bears. It is a whiteout Monday night as the jerseys go for your Minnesota Vikings. All white uniforms with white helmets and purple numbers on the jerseys, trimmed with gray. Will Reichert prepares to kick it off to the west side of U.S. Bank Stadium. The Chicago Bears now under the leadership of Thomas Brown. He's the interim head coach. When the Vikings won at Soldier Field, Matt Eberflus was the coach. He would coach one more game after that. And Will Reichert is set to kick it off, and boom! It's a whiteout Monday night at U.S. Bank Stadium, and the Vikings hope to leave it in the black. The Chicago Bears are on offense first, which means Harrison Smith runs out to the field for the 189th start of his career. And that means he has passed Randall McDaniel for fourth most in Minnesota Vikings history. Well done, Mr. Hitman. Caleb Williams, first overall pick in the 2024 draft from USC. He's gone 255 consecutive passes without an interception. That's a National Football League rookie record and a Chicago Bears team record. The Chicago Bears at 4-9 have Caleb Williams under center. They're down their starting left tackle, Braxton Jones. Handoff DeAndre Swift, and he weaves his way to the right, back to the left, and he's encountered at the 33. It'll be a run of 3, maybe 4 yards, 2nd and 6. For a Chicago Bears offense going against a Minnesota Vikings defense that has allowed 433 yards the last 3 games. That's the average. The Vikings defense is number 2 in the NFL against against the run at 87 yards per, but the last two, they've allowed 312, including 2 touchdowns last game to the Atlanta Falcons. Second down, Caleb Williams goes out of the shotgun. Cole Kmet, the tight end, in motion. Caleb fires to the left side, and it's caught shy of the sticks. It'll be a reception for Keenan Allen and a gain of 4. Peter, that means it's 3rd and 2 from the 38, scoreless.
Yeah, and a big deal. I mean, our third down defense, we're about in the middle of the pack, 14th in the NFL. The big thing for the Bears is Braxton Jones being down. You've got Karan Amugaji at left tackle, the rookie. So I would line up Pat Jones, Jonathan Grenard on that edge and see what happens.
Bears 30th in the NFL on 3rd down. And Caleb Williams goes back to pass, looks left, sees nothing, weaves his way up the middle, trying to grind for the first down, but he didn't get it. Blake Cashman, along with Jonathan Grenard and Harrison Smith, stopped Caleb after a gain of 1. And Thomas Brown, the interim coach who won a Super Bowl with Kevin O'Connell in Los Angeles, he's opting to keep his offense on the field. And if they go for this 4th down, they're going to be going into the teeth of the number 1 ranked 4th down defense in the National Football League. It's 4th and 1 from the Bears 39. Scoreless first possession of Monday Night Football. Caleb Williams under center, DeAndre Swift the tailback. They're going to go for it. Toss left to Swift. He looks to grind for the first down. He did not get it! A host of Minnesota Vikings, like a white blur, stopped him shy of the sticks, and the Vikings are going to have the ball in Bears territory.
And Paul, that's something like for Thomas Brown, he's going to have to explain that, right? The thing is yeah, you're an underdog coming in here, but do you have to do something that desperate that quickly, right? I mean, play the odds, kick the ball, make the Vikings go the long field. And with this crowd noise, especially early in the game, as we know, this place early in a game is rocking. And I don't know, man. That was a very questionable call, in my opinion.
Sam Darnold has gone 139 consecutive passes without a pick. First down. Handoff, Aaron Jones, room to the left side. He crosses the 35, hit at the 34, and he'll be stopped after a run of 5, making it 2nd and 5. Darnold off a 5-touchdown performance against Atlanta here last week. Has Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison by his side. They combined for 5 touchdowns versus the Atlanta Falcons. Jordan Addison had a career-high 162 yards at Soldier Field 3 games ago. And in that same game, Aaron Jones ran for more than 100 and a touchdown. 2nd and 5 from the Bears 34. Sam Darnold's under center, fakes a toss right to Jones, tries to boot out to the left. Hit as he throws incomplete near side at the 20. Looking for Jordan Addison, and Sam took a lick as he unfurled that pass. 3rd and 5.
Yeah, I think that was a good decision by Sam Darnold to get rid of it as Byron Cowart was bearing down on him. Now, Javon Dexter, the big man in the middle. They've already lost Andrew Billings earlier this year. The Bears defense did. Now you lose Javon Dexter, so Zach Pickens is getting his opportunity. So I like the ability to run the football. Maybe not in this down and distance, but that defensive front from the Bears is short people as well.
3rd and 5 from the Bears 34. Jefferson in motion to the left. 2 receivers left and right. C.J. Ham to the right of Darnold. Bears rush 4. Sam back to pass. He's claustrophobic. He gets away from it. Now he throws incomplete. Sam nearly was sacked. He threw to his left, which is the Vikings bench portion of the equation, to Naylor, and he couldn't nail it, so Will Reichard's in for a field goal try.
Paul, as much as everybody here does not like that, I think that was smart by Darnold. He wasn't going to be able to run, I don't think, to get that first down, so he got rid of it. He didn't try to force it, right? No chance at interception when you throw it out of bounds. That is what's been changing about his game over the last couple of weeks.
Reichard with a 52-yard try. He's 4 of 5 this year from 50-plus. Snap, spot to the west side of U.S. Bank Stadium. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Will Reichard, the Alabama rookie, kicks the Minnesota Vikings to a 3-0 lead early on the Northland Ford dealer scoreboard. 12:04 to go in the first quarter for Minneapolis. This is Minnesota Vikings football.
What's poppin'? Justin Jefferson here. Football is a lot of explosions, a lot of energy and attitude.
It's a whole different vibe with these open earbuds. It's like you're in the moment, but also you can hear everything around you. You can be involved.
To have good sound and to be so light on your ear means a lot to me. Putting that music into my ears,
you feel good enough to go out there and play.
You turn on that switch, no one can stop you.
For more, check out Bose.com.
Look what we have here. It's the refreshing deliciousness of a Pepsi mini can. It's the perfect complement to any meal. The dash of indulgence your day was dreaming of. The sip that'll have you singing Pepsi.
Nope, not again, Steve. Let's take a cue from the Pepsi mini can and pack all that awesomeness you're feeling into a much smaller treat for everyone. Deal?
So, big awesomeness, smaller size. I think I've got just the thing.
Pepsi mini can. Mini can, big taste.
Don't you love the sounds of the holiday season? The bells, the sleighs. Woohoo! If so, your holiday's now even more magical because now during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, you can take home your favorite Hyundai with some of the season's greatest savings.
There's never been a better time to take home that Hyundai you've always wanted than now during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Test drive a new Hyundai car or SUV today at your Twin Cities Hyundai dealer and drive off with all the savings of the season.
As a leader in innovative ingredient solutions, Sam Nutrition offers a unique personal touch that only a family-owned business can provide. As your trusted partner in animal nutrition, we source the highest quality ingredients, ensuring you achieve optimal results. Discover how our family values drive us to connect industries and unlock peak performance across your entire operation with Sam Nutrition. Learn more by visiting samnutrition.com. Sam Nutrition, high performance, reasonable price, a proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings.
Live stream Vikings games throughout Minnesota all season long. Powered by Quantum Fiber on iHeartRadio and KFAN.
Going back to Monday Night Football, the Vikings take a fourth down stop and convert it into 3 points for your Vikings, up 3-0 on the Chicago Bears. And guys, a couple things to note. You talked about Karan Amagaji, the left tackle, the rookie left tackle from Yale, starting in place of the starter for the Chicago Bears. On that first drive of the 3 plays, the first 3 plays, he had help from a tight end. That'll be something to watch. But it was the fourth down stop. Baffling why they would run to his side, a rookie going against Jonathan Grenard, and our guys on the right side of the defense just blew it up.
Boom! Reichert's kick returnable. Here comes Travis Homer, the former Kane, up the middle to the 15-20, hit at the 25, and it's a 28-yard return for Travis Homer, and the Minnesota Vikings lead 3-0. There's still time to get out on the water and enjoy the beautiful Minnesota lakes and rivers. Bennington, Godfrey, and Hurricane are the Polaris brands that can get you there. Polaris, think outside. Ben Lieber with that U.S. Bank sideline update. Indeed, mentioning Karan Amagaji replacing Braxton Jones, the starting left tackle for the Bears, who practiced all week and then had concussion-like symptoms yesterday, was scratched this morning. Caleb Williams, he goes out of the shotgun as center is Coleman Shelton. He won Super Bowl 56 with Kevin O'Connell in the LA Rams. Here comes DJ Moore on an end around left to right to the 30-35, and DJ Moore is going to get close to a first down. It'll be a 9-yard run by DJ in his 7th year from Maryland, second down.
And Paul, I think this is one, with the Bears offense, they've been starting very slowly. But a lot of what they do is getting the ball in the hands of DJ Moore. That time on an end around, that's a first sure thing. For Caleb Williams, they've done a lot of quarterback option runs, things like that, just to get this offense kind of in the flow of things. And again, keeping it simple, short throws for Caleb Williams, nothing deep yet.
Williams 1 of 1 passing, meaning he's gone 256 consecutive without a pick. DJ Moore to the backfield, and now they're going to hand it to him. Heads to the left side. Speedy DJ Moore across the 40 in front of his bench 45, and he's out of bounds at the 47. It's a run of 9 by DJ Moore. First down for the Bears. And Pete, with Roschon Johnson, their backup running back, down, DeAndre Swift nicked up. Who knew DJ Moore would be the featured tailback?
Yeah, and it's a good move by the Bears. It's smart. Get that guy, and the way they're running them, too. They're not running them like Deebo Samuel right between the tackles. They're running them outside, get some speed. So just being creative on the offensive end to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers.
3-0 Minnesota, 10:40 and counting to go in the first quarter. First down for the Chicago Bears. Caleb Williams, play action. Oh, Andrew Van Ginkel nearly had him. Caleb gets away, throws right. DeAndre Swift caught at the 50. Stiff arm at the Vikings 47. And DeAndre Swift with a nice catch and run of 11 yards. That's a first down for the Bears. By the way, that Will Reichert field goal meant another donation to Field Goals for Charity, courtesy of Innovative and Post-it Brands, programs benefiting NMDP, formerly Be the Match. Visit nmdp.org/Vikings to make a difference. First down for the Bears in Vikings territory. Chicago 4-9, losers of 7 consecutive games. First and 10 from the Vikings 42. Williams puts Keenan Allen, a Vikings killer, in motion to the left. DeAndre Swift, the tailback, he gets the call left side. Looks to spurt through the line of scrimmage, slowed by Blake Cashman, and finished off by Jalen Redmond. That's a gain of 2 to be 2nd and 8. Redmond coming off 2 bang-up games. He had 2 passes defensed against the Falcons, Pete.
Yeah, he did. He's been rewarded too, as he was in there in the first series. He may have even got to start the game. I didn't look for him on the first play. So Jalen Redmond's showing some juice. Our defensive line doing a much better job controlling the line of scrimmage than it did a week ago.
2nd and 8 for Chicago from the Vikings 40. Caleb Williams wears number 18. He's out of the shotgun. DJ Moore in the backfield. Here's Caleb with a sidearm pass to the left, and it's caught by fellow rookie Rome Odunze at the 35 outside the numbers, and he will barrel his way for a 10-yard reception and another first down for the Bears. They're at the Vikings 30.
Yeah, kind of a rare missed tackle by Jihad Ward as he works himself out to the flat. That was our first opportunity. I'm sorry, that was Jonathan Grenard. A rare missed tackle by Jonathan Grenard in the flat, so that allows the Bears, again, dinking and dunking, Paul, keeping things tight, but they're moving the chains.
3-zip Vikings, 6 play of a possession that's gone 40 yards for the Chicago Bears. Empty backfield, Caleb Williams shotgun. Now DJ Moore, he goes swooshing behind him. Caleb under a lot of duress. He runs to his right, throws the ball away. It's incomplete. Caleb Williams nearly sacked, but he went Baryshnikov on it with the dancing with the feet. It's 2nd and 10 from the Vikings 30.
Paul, I think the craziest part with Caleb Williams is he's been sacked 15 times since we played him last. He was sacked 7 times a week ago. But for whatever reason, we just can't, Andrew Van Ginkel earlier beats Darnell Wright. We have a nice blitz up the middle. We for some reason, can't get him to the ground. I think if we can do it soon, we can, maybe get 4 or 5 on tonight's game.
Williams sacked 56 times this year, by far most in the NFL. The Vikings got him 3 times at Soldier Field. Here's Williams with a fake handoff. He'll run out to the left, and he'll gain 1 yard because Harrison Smith, in his 189th start, stops him right around the line of scrimmage, gain of 1, 3rd and 9.
Oh, there it is. There's that QB option that we talked about earlier. It's just, again, getting these young players, especially Caleb, comfortable, get a good sweat going, that kind of thing before he's taking any shots downtown. Now, thank goodness for us, we had a tackler in Harrison Smith out there on the edge because Caleb Williams is no joke in space.
Chicago 0 of 1 on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 9 from the Vikings 29. Caleb shotgun, 3 receivers right, 1 left. Minnesota blitzes. Oh, Caleb smacked! It's a strip sack, and it's picked up by Blake Cashman. Gets down to the 39-yard line of the Chicago Bears. I believe Grenard started it. Cashman picked it up, and the Vikings have turned over Chicago middle of the first quarter.
And Paul, that's exactly what I was alluding to. If we can get to him once, we can get to him over and over. And yes, that is an absolute strip sack. Jonathan Grenard beating Karan Amugaji around the edge. I mean, it's almost not fair to have a veteran like Jonathan Grenard, who got his 11th sack, gets the forced fumble, and Blake Cashman able to return it. So all the way past the 40-yard line to the Bears 39. So great field position by for our offense again. Let's see if we stick with the run a little bit more here on this drive.
Darnold goes under center with a 3-0 lead. 1st and 10 from the Bears 39. Jordan Addison in motion to the right. Handoff, Aaron Jones. He'll weave his way up the middle. Shake a tackle at the 35 between the hash marks, and he'll plunge ahead to the 31. And that'll be a run of 9 yards for Aaron Jones. By the way, that takeaway for the Vikings means they have takes in 14 consecutive games. That's the first time a Vikings defense has done that since 1983.
That's 28. 28 plus 28. Oh, that's an amazing number for this Vikings defense.
2nd and 1, Darnold's under center, 2 receivers left. Jones, the tailback, Addison in motion to the right. Hand off to Aaron Jones. Runs easily for the first down up the middle. Across the 25 to the 20. Aaron Jones with some juice to the 17. 13-yard run for AJ and another first down.
I like it. I love it, actually, because this is what you want to do with a team like the Bears. Don't give them an opportunity at maybe an easy interception or a tip ball or anything like that. Run the ball right at them. If you're moving the chains that way, just establish that precedent in this game to say, hey, we're just going to out-physical you here right here in this drive and put up 7.
First down for Minnesota from the Bears 17. Single set, Aaron Jones. Addison in motion to the right. 3 receiving options right. Handoff, Aaron Jones. Encountered by Chris Williams at the line of scrimmage. Dives ahead to the 16. That'll be a gain of 1. But Brian O'Neill is laying prone on the field. He's banging the turf. And now he gets up on 2 knees as members of the Vikings training staff and medical staff head out there. Chris Larson, TCO, Dr. David Olson, Broadway Clinic, tending to Brian O'Neill. We pause. 3-0 Minnesota on the Northland Ford dealer scoreboard and the KFA and Minnesota Vikings radio network, driven by Polaris.
From the convenience stores in Cloquet to the supermarkets in St. Cloud, the Minnesota Lottery's Viking Scratch Game is here. These are the concrete coliseums where we'll challenge chance and chase glory, where we'll gamely scratch and fearlessly scrape in pursuit of up to $100,000 in cash prizes. These are the stadiums where we come to play. Get in the game. Minnesota Lottery. I'm in. Must be 18 or older to play.
Something big is happening at Hy-Vee. We just lowered thousands and thousands of prices on thousands and thousands of items in every aisle and in every department. Online, too. And on many of your favorite products. We've even matched prices with some of the biggest discount stores in the country. Because we get it, times are still tough. So we'll continue to work hard to bring you new lower prices on thousands of items. Things are looking different at Hy-Vee. Come see for yourself.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go a walk in the park with the new Ford Explorer. Become the MVP of the work site with the unrivaled performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America. Or discover what it really means to adventure in the great outdoors with a new Bronco Sport. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Based on calendar year total sales.
Make gifting simpler this holiday season with all things cooking, cleaning, and more from Kenmore. From countertop ice makers to air purifiers to hard floor cleaners and the latest in dishwashers and refrigerators. Find great deals for every room of the home and for everyone on your list, including you, at kenmore.com/Vikings. Get more from Kenmore, a proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings.
Back to Vikings football on The Fan.
Hey, we're hoping the Vikings trigger another BOGO ball today. If the Vikings intercept a pass during tonight's game, you can earn buy one, get one free from Caribou Coffee. O'Neill out, Quessenberry in, Darnold back to pass. Bouncing around, throws over the middle, caught at the 10-yard line for a Vikings first down. It'll be 1st and goal for the Minnesota Vikings. That's a reception for Jordan Addison. It'll be 1st and goal from the 9-yard catch. O'Neill in the blue medical tent. David Quessenberry, he's in the game. and it'll be first and goal from the 7.
And that's the same route that we've seen Jordan Addison run. They're getting really good at it. And that's, you take the inside receiver, the tight end, run him on a 7 route. Addison works his way to the flat and then just bends it back in if he sees that they're overplaying that zone. So great adjustment by Addison and a great throw by Darnold.
3-0 Vikings, first quarter, 5:10 to go, first and goal. Darnold, straight drop off play action to the end zone and touchdown! Justin Jefferson with a 7-yard touchdown from Sam Darnold, and the Vikings have a 9-0 lead.
Yeah, JJ was on the front side of that play fake, and as soon as he made a move to the post and across the field, that left arm went up. He said, I know I'm going to be open. And Sam Darnold took his time, made sure he cleared it, and then threw the touchdown pass. So, Paul, this Bears defense is going to have to get together because they're allowing our 2 best receivers to run all over the field on them. You got to have a body on JJ.
Reichard, 29 of 29 on extra points. Andrew DePaula sends it back to Ryan Wright, and Reichard's right foot kick is good. 5:04 to go in the first quarter. Minnesota 10, Chicago 0. It's Vikings football.
For the Vikings, growth is a team effort. Coaches maximize performance. Teammates push your limits. But in business, who's there to help you grow? Lumen, that's who. Like saving live broadcasts from lag time, helping deliver the in-stadium experience for fans with millions more around the globe, and bringing all the benefits of the cloud to your network. So it's as secure as a defensive line and as legendary as the fans that cheer them on. Welcome to the on-demand network that meets your demands. Learn more at lumen.com. Services not available everywhere.
Make gifting simpler this holiday season with all things cooking, cleaning, and more from Kenmore. From countertop ice makers to air purifiers to hard floor cleaners and the latest in dishwashers and refrigerators. Find great deals for every room of the home and for everyone on your list, including you, at kenmore.com/Vikings. Get more from Kenmore, a proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings.
Allina Health Aetna is a Minnesota-based health insurance company. Our plans include coverage for medical and mental health care with no and low-cost minute clinic visits at CVS Pharmacy and Target stores. We also offer virtual care that's only a text message away. Through our partnerships with Minnesota's top doctors and facilities, we're able to bring quality, more affordable health coverage to Minnesotans. Allina Health Aetna, built to keep the healthcare experience simple and useful for you. Visit AllinaHealthAetna.com to learn more.
From the convenience stores in Cloquet to the supermarkets in St. Cloud, the Minnesota Lottery's Viking Scratch Game is here. These are the concrete coliseums where we'll challenge chance and chase glory, where we'll gamely scratch and fearlessly scrape in pursuit of up to $100,000 in cash prizes. These are the stadiums where we come to play. Get in the game. Minnesota Lottery. I'm in. Must be 18 or older to play.
9 to noon, broadcast live from Vikings headquarters every Tuesday on KFAN, thanks to Sukup. Bins built better. Now back to Vikings football on the Fan.
Scoreboard Central.
Brought to you by U.S. Bank, the official bank of the Minnesota Vikings. Thank you, Packers. They get the win over the Seahawks, 30-13. That means the Vikings clinch a playoff spot. Then another big game for your Minnesota Vikings, where the Bills beat the Lions 48-42. Goff had 5 touchdowns, 494 yards, but it's Josh Allen bolstering his MVP case with 4 touchdowns in the win, 48-42. Now back to PA.
All right, Mark. And the Vikings lead 10-0. Chicago went for it on 4th down from its own 39 and got stopped. And boom, there's the kick from Reichard. It'll be a touchback. Vikings got 3 off that. Then Jonathan Grenard strip sacked Caleb Williams, sack number 57 for the rookie, 11 for Grenard. It was scooped up by Cashman, and 5 plays, 39 yards. 2.5 minutes later, Sam Darnold with his 29th touchdown pass this season. Justin Jefferson with his 8th touchdown and 3rd in the last couple of games. By the way, Jordan Addison had a reception on that possession. He now has 1,628 receiving yards, and he passes Stephon Diggs for 5th most in team history through the first 2 years. Here come the Bears. trailing 10-0, and the handoff goes to DJ Moore, who's the tailback. And DJ Moore up the middle is hit at the 34, falls ahead for a gain of 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4. This DJ Moore thing's freaking me out a little bit.
Yeah,
the way he lines it, he dots the I. I mean, what are we doing here?
Right, well, they're just trying to get him the football, and you're right, Paul. Now he's running it in between. He's going Deebo Samuel on everybody.
2nd and 4 for Chicago. Travis Homer is the tailback, and Homer gets a carry, heads up the middle, hit at the 39, falls ahead to the 40. That'll be a gain of 5 and a Bears first down. For an update on wounded right tackle Brian O'Neill, here's Ben Lieber.
Yeah, thanks, PA. Got some positive news. He came out of the blue tent, looked really good, took a couple pass sets, kind of gave us thumbs up. He looks like he's going to be ready to go this next offensive series. Now, the other thing I'm watching for this defense, and Pete, you can watch for it as well, it looks like we're changing our rush strategy a little bit. When they're not using tight ends and fullbacks to block on the outside, watch for the speed rush. Gink had a quarterback pressure on the last drive, and then obviously that sack fumble by Grenard with a speed rush off the right side.
DJ Moore wide right, couple of tight ends to the left. Now Everett goes in motion, handoff to DeAndre Swift. He tried the right side, didn't like it, goes to the left, hit by Joshua Metellus, who leads the Vikings in tackles into this game. It's a gain of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 9 from the 41-yard line. As we will remind you, Quick Trip gives away $100,000 in the Vikings opening kickoff. Purchase any pothole pizza or 20-ounce Pepsi or Mountain Dew product with Quick Rewards, and you're entered. One weekly winner houses a $500 gift card. If the Vikings return their opening kickoff for a touchdown, boom, you win $100,000. QuickTrip.com/sweepstakes for details. 2nd and 9 for Chicago. Vikes lead 10-0 first quarter. Chicago scrimmages from its own 41. Pistol formation. Swift behind Williams, and Caleb hands it to DeAndre. Hit at the line of scrimmage. He'll fall ahead for a gain of 2, 3rd and 7.
I'll say this. One thing about Joshua Metellus, yeah, he lines up everywhere. But with Ivan Pace being out, he's been forced to play true linebacker, and he's getting so much better at it. The hard part of being an inside linebacker, and you can ask Ben, it's seeing those guards pull and being able to take those read steps. And Metellus did an amazing job of countering with the guard pulling and getting back inside and making that tackle.
Bears 0 of 2 on 3rd down. Keenan Allen in motion to the right, and his 5 versus the Vikings 4 with the Chargers. He's gone for 636 yards. Caleb whips one over the middle, incomplete. Looking for Rome Odunze, covered by Shaq Griffin. And the rookie Torrey Taylor is into punt for the first time.
Great job here on the near side of the field with Byron Murphy, and just passing off everything that's happening in front of them, reading the routes, making sure that they got everybody covered. We definitely have to make sure that we have somebody on Keenan Allen. I mean, he only averages 11.2 receptions per game against the Minnesota Vikings. So really, Caleb Williams had nowhere to go, forces it in the middle of the field, and it was almost picked.
The Iowa rookie Torrey Taylor with a high punt. Brandon Powell calls for a fair catch, brings it in at the 9, 48-yard punt. And for Taylor, that's his 24th inside the 20. Vikings ball, Vikings lead 10-0. Monday Night Football from Minneapolis. 2:13 to go in the first quarter on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Polaris.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go a walk in the park with the new Ford Explorer. Become the MVP of the work site with the unrivaled performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America. Or discover what it really means to adventure in the great outdoors with the new Bronco Sport. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Based on calendar year total sales.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024, U.S. Bank.
Hey, so what's better than a Vikings win? Celebrating a Vikings win cruising around in a brand new Polaris Slingshot S or a Polaris snowmobile. So right now at Quick Trip, for every $1 you spend with Quick Rewards, you'll earn a Fan Zone point to spend in the Viking Zone. Then with your Quick Rewards app, spend spend points for your chance to win prizes throughout the season, like a Polaris Slingshot S. Nice. Kick off your winning season with Quick Trip and your Minnesota Vikings. See QuickTrip.com/fanzone for details.
Are you ready for some football? Well, you are now, thanks to Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Minnesota Vikings and the NFL, Ticketmaster's got the best way to take it to the house when it comes to being there live. They're the safest and most convenient marketplace to score fully verified Vikings tickets. And even if your plans get broken up or worse, turned over, Ticketmaster gives you more flexibility to sell your seats. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Vikings.
To the end zone and touchdown! Justin Jefferson.
Now, back to Vikings football on The Fan.
Happy Monday. The playoff-bound Minnesota Vikings lead the Chicago Bears 10-0. Football fans, meet Pays, a convenient new online checkout offered by bank and credit unions. Learn more at Pays.com. Sam, the man on the fan. Sam Darnold with a passing touchdown to Justin Jefferson. The only touchdown in the game. Addison in motion to the right. Handoff. Cam Akers slow rolls it sweetly up the middle. Then he gets loose at the 15. Bounces to the right to the 20-yard line. It's an 11-yard run and a first down for the Vikings.
And the Vikings working their hurry-up offense and this, getting Aaron Jones back in there. So, Paul, they have a problem up front with the Bears. I mean, you have Zach Pickens. Now Jonathan Ford gets in there. He hasn't played much this year.
Darnold first down, back to pass, loops one left. Jefferson incomplete at the Bears 42-yard line. Justin was covered by Elijah Hicks, a third-year safety from Cal. 2nd and 10.
Now they have a bit of a cover two kind of a look, and I think what happened, Darnold throws the football, but JJ didn't look back for it until late. And I think if JJ he wasn't primary on that route, and I don't think he was expecting the ball to go his way. And had he turned and seen it, I think he could have made an adjustment, made a better effort at that football. So JJ's just got to be ready at all times.
2nd down, 2nd and 10 from the Vikings 20. Addison in motion to the left of Darnold, who's under center. He'll hand it off to Cam Akers, and he's smacked right at the point of attack. Cam Akers with a loss of 2. And on charging Jonathan Ford, second-year Kane. He was able to corral the Florida State product, and now it's 3rd and 12.
Yeah, just being able to get around Cam Robinson on the outside. So too much penetration by the defensive front for the Bears. The Viking offensive line is pass protection, Paul. They've been good. They've been picking up the blitzes. So, I look for Sam Darnold here to be able to take his time and find something deep.
Brian O'Neill back in at right tackle. Vikings 0 of 1 on 3rd down, 10-0 lead. Less than a minute to go in the first quarter. Darnold with an excellent cadence or not. Is it a false start on the Vikings?
False start.
Yeah.
False start.
Come on.
Offense number 74. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
That's the voice of John Hussey. The Hussey staff has called the fewest penalties of all the 17 crews in the NFL this year at about 10.5 per game. And that's the first penalty this game, making it 3rd and 17.
Yeah, for Cam Robinson, Paul, you have to admit he's been playing very, very well to come in and fill in for Darrisaw at left tackle. But that's 2 mistakes in a row there. He had a running block error, and then you come back and you get offside. So Cam Robinson just needs to settle down a little bit.
Darnold, empty backfield, 3rd and 17 from his own 13. Montez Sweat got through, pass left, it's caught. Aaron Jones at the 20-25, near the sideline, reaches for the first down. He might be a little shy. Oh, he might be a little shy. He needed 17. The spot says he gets 16. Oh, that was close.
Yeah, I think Ryan Cordell next to us is going to be taking another quick. Oh, they signaling a first down.
Okay.
So here we go. Vikings trying to line up and snap the football so we don't get a red flag from the Bears.
Yep, side judge came over and moved the ball.
You got overruled, that's for sure.
Got overruled. So that's a first down on a 3rd and 17. It's also the end of the first quarter. The Minnesota Vikings, thanks to a Sam Darnold touchdown pass to Justin Jefferson and a Will Reichert field goal lead, the underdog Chicago Bears 10-0 on the KFAM Minnesota Vikings radio network, driven by Polaris.
You're free now. Free to fill your feed with impossibly chunky chunkers who chunk harder than you ever thought possible.
Cats, corgis, babies, baby penguins, baby pandas, chunky baby pandas.
Free to make your smart devices do silly things. Free to open a world of remote work and a portal into Gametopia.
Who's the boss now?
Free to be everything you imagine, and then some. That's how it feels to have Quantum Fiber Internet. Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed. Learn more at quantumfiber.com. Limited availability, service in select locations only.
You're listening to Vikings football.
Well, tonight was huge. So first and foremost, I got to thank my FVP, my car battery for this victory. Without it, I'd still be in my garage. My FVP battery came to play. It always gives 110%, leaves everything on the pavement. And I am so proud of how my FVP hung in today. It overcame high and low temps all season long. It brought the heat tonight. It's not really about whether you win or lose, okay? It's about what battery you put under the hood. FVP kind of sounds like MVP. That's no coincidence. Automotive batteries from FVP. Reach for what works. Visit FVPparts.com.
Hello, Vikings fans. Frankie Lensmeyer here, and owner of the Humble Goat. The secret is out, and I'm delighted to present our newest product, the Humble Goat Whey Protein Powder. Yes, you heard correctly, goat whey protein. Why goat? Because it's packed with 25 grams of protein per serving. It's easy to digest, helps with muscle growth repair, and it tastes great. Now available online at thehumblegoat.com. For recipes, check us out on social media. Use SKOL24 for 20% off your first purchase. Go Vikes!
There are places in life where it's helpful to take shortcuts and cut corners. Your home is not one of them. Home is where it all happens. Pencil marks on the wall, prom staircases and pizza parties. Custom One builds homes around stories. Your story. It's custom because your story hasn't been told before. It means the journey starts with your vision and a blank sheet of paper. Because we've never built your home before and we'll never build it again. Your trusted resource for home building, renovations, landscapes, and exteriors. Custom One. Home comes first.
On the 16th day of Christmas, the Vikings gave to me a 40-point victory. It's Chris Hockey, the Power Trip. Tune in tomorrow morning. We'll break down this game with the cast of thousands on the Power Trip Morning Show, 5:30 to 9, right here on The Fan.
Alrighty, 10-0 Minnesota Vikings leading the Chicago Bears into the second quarter. Ben Lieber on the sideline, Pete Bursich, yours truly, Paul Allen, from the Vox box behind the Vikings bench at about the 30-yard line as Sam Darnold goes back to pass out of the shotgun, whips one over the middle, caught Jordan Addison at the 37, and he'll roll ahead to the 38 for a catch of 8. That makes it 2nd and 2. And by the way, there's a new way to stream your Vikings coverage, shows, and insight right on your big screen TV. It's Fox Local, a free streaming app. Fox Local. Sam Darnold back to pass, spins to the right, throws right, caught Jalen Naylor just inside the numbers at the 40, and Jalen will reach ahead for a gain of 5 and a first down.
Yeah, that's the first reception for Naylor in quite some time, Paul, and you kind of forget he's got 5 touchdowns this year. He started out the season so strongly. It's good to see him get back in the mix.
No huddle operation for Kevin O'Connell, Sam Darnold, and the Minnesota Vikings. 1st and 10 from their own 43. It's 10-0 Minnesota early in the second quarter. Cam Akers, the tailback. Aaron Jones started the game. 4 carries, 28 yards. Akers, 2 runs, 9 yards. Darnold back to pass. Throws left side. Caught Jefferson. Stops on Kyler Murray beautifully. And he sprints to the 50 and is taken out of bounds after a first down catch and run of 11 yards by Jefferson. First down for the Vikings. Nice stop and go on Kyler Gordon.
Yeah, they're giving us a late false start penalty now.
Right?
Yeah, that's,
illegal formation. Offense number 74. 5-yard penalty. First down.
2 penalties in the game, both on Cam Robinson.
Yeah, he was just a little bit too far back. And then, the helmet of the tackle has to at least break the belt of the center. So, it's been almost all Cam Robinson, at least on the pre-snap penalties, but more pre-snap penalties than we've seen out of this offense in quite some time. And it's too bad to waste a beautiful play like that by JJ.
1st and 15 for Minnesota from its own 38. Vikings get the ball to begin the second half. Darnold out of the shotgun, 5 of 8 and a touchdown. He's going to hand the ball off to Cam Akers, right side. He spins away from a Bear at the 40, just inside the numbers, and is stopped after a run of 4 yards, maybe 5. Let's call it 2nd and 10.
Paul, you have to love the efficiency with which we're able to run this football, and a lot of it has to do with the Bears and saying, we're going to keep 2 safeties back no matter what. 4-man front, we don't care.
Sam Darnold goes back to pass on 2nd and 10, whips one over the middle, incomplete. The outstretched right arm of Justin Jefferson, not enough to haul this pass in, and now it's 3rd and 10 from the Vikings 43, 13:09 to go in the first half. Minnesota leads 10-0.
Yeah, it's the right place to go with the football in this coverage because you had J.J. working in right behind the linebacker, T.J. Edwards. It's just Darnold's got to give it just a little bit more time for J.J. to clear that zone. I mean, they're covering the underneath with linebackers. That should allow J.J., Addison, those guys really to own the middle of the field.
Minnesota 1 of 2 on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 10. From its own 43, Darnold out of the shotgun facing a 4-man rush. He hitches. Now he throws to the left, caught first down at the Bears 45. It's the seldomly used Brandon Powell with a catch of 12 and a first down.
Yeah, and that's the 4-under type look that they're attacking. You're getting Justin Jefferson on the outside to pull out the flat defender, and that leaves a linebacker one-on-one, Tremaine Edwards, against Brandon Powell. It's just the matchup that you want. A great adjustment by this Vikings offense.
1st and 10, Minnesota now from the Bears 45. Offset eye right behind Darnold. Jones back in the game. Sam puts Addison in motion behind him to the left. Darnold takes the snap, hands it to Aaron Jones. He shakes the tackle of Cowart in the backfield, but then a couple of Bears converge on him and bring him down, including their leading tackler, T.J. Edwards. Loss of 2, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, way too much penetration by the Bears front. And you have a guy like Jonathan Ford who's getting out there. He hasn't played much, at least in the last couple of weeks, and he's the one that's getting through your offensive line.
Yeah.
You got to make some changes. I mean, Blake Brandell, Garrett Bradbury, Cam Robinson, that left side of the offensive line needs to get their act together.
So it's 2nd and 11 for the Vikings from the Bears 46. Jordan Addison up top, wide left, opposite former Gopher Terrell Smith. Kyler Gordon, the hybrid safety, sneaks to the line of scrimmage, threatening blitz, and here he comes. Darnold takes the snap. Blitz picked up okay. Pass to the left, and it's caught. First down for the Vikings at the 30-yard line. It was Addison on Terrell Smith for a connection of 16 yards and a first down.
What a beautiful play by Sam Darnold to manage that, because he saw Kyler Gordon stepping in with the hard count, saw that Kevin Byard, the safety, was right over the top of him, adjusted the protection. We pick everything up beautifully, and then, again, if you're on defense and you're sending 5 and you're only dropping 6, you're short a guy in a zone, and and Darnold was able to find it. So great execution.
Darnold 7 of 11, 74 yards and a touchdown. First down from the Bears 30, 10-0 Minnesota. 11 minutes to go in the first half. Straight eye, play action off of it. Darnold left, caught. Oh no, Jefferson dropped it at the 5. Are you kidding me? Boy, Justin's going to beat himself up over that one because that was his 2nd touchdown this game, but he tried to run into the end zone before he had the ball. 2nd down.
He had Terrell Smith so turned around that I really think he tried to catch and turn up the field before he caught the football. I mean, that hit him right in the stomach. I mean, that was a spear, Paul. He'd be dead. It hit him right between the 1 and the 8.
2nd and 10, Minnesota from the Bears 30-yard line. Darnold, shotgun, 2 receivers right and left. Aaron Jones to the left of Sam Darnold, takes the Bradbury snap. It's a gun run. They hand it to Aaron Jones. He tries to wheel around the right side, but he's hit by several Bears. And led by Daniel Hardy, 2nd year from Montana State, et al. It's a loss of 1. Now it's 3rd and 11.
Yeah, just giving up way too much at the line of scrimmage with this Bears defensive line right now. So,
and like Pete mentioned earlier, they're down Jervon Dexter Sr., their best defensive lineman. Darnold back to pass, throws to the left. It's caught at the 27-yard line by Addison on 3rd and 11, and he'll get to the 24, maybe the 23. That's just a gain of 7 yards. So it'll be 4th down, 4th and 4. Sorry to clump on.
Oh no, this is where having your head coach be your play caller is huge, because you're going to go for it here on 4th down. The clock is ticking, so there's no communication that needs to be sent from the head coach to the coordinator to get the play called. Kevin O'Connell knows what he wants to call, can get it in, and we got about 13 seconds to get this ball off.
The Minnesota Vikings going for it on 4th down, 4th and 4 from the Bears 24. Jefferson in motion to the left, opposite Tyreek Stevenson. Sam Darnold out of the shotgun. Takes the snap on 4th down, 4-man rush. Sam spins to his left. Now he backpedals, and he throws an interception at the 15-yard line. Intercepted by Tyreek Stevenson. The Bears have turned over Sam Darnold and the Minnesota Vikings. And for Sam, the man on the fan, his streak of passes with no interceptions stops at 152. 10-0 Minnesota on the Northland Ford dealer scoreboard. This is Minnesota Vikings football.
This season, while you cheer for the Minnesota Vikings, remember that Central Specialties Inc. of Alexandria is working hard to keep you moving, from building and maintaining our highways to ensuring safe and smooth rides. Central Specialties is your trusted partner in road construction throughout Minnesota and the Dakotas. Central Specialties is looking for dedicated individuals to join our winning team. Explore career opportunities at centralspecialties.com. Central Specialties Inc. is an equal opportunity affirmative action employer. It's on us.
Xfinity here. How can we help?
Yeah, there are so many football games streaming this season. Can Xfinity Internet handle it?
Oh, we know the game is only live once, so we built a network with all-pro speeds and low lag so you don't miss a snap.
So I can yell, "He's open!" when he's actually open?
Yeah, but the quarterback still can't hear you.
Xfinity gives you a super fast connection to the game. Stream live sports from the best seat in the house with Xfinity. Bring on the good stuff. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed. Streaming content limited to the U.S.
The Minnesota Vikings count on knowledgeable coaches to bring out the best in their team. Your organization should count on Loeffler, the most knowledgeable office technology and services partner in the Midwest, to deliver innovative solutions and get the best results from your team. Loeffler operates and supports a full portfolio of solutions, including copiers and printers, managed print services, cloud-based and managed IT, phone systems, and on-site managed services solutions. Loeffler is your most valuable partner for innovative business technology and services in the upper Midwest.
Hey, Vikings fans, Ben Lieber here. I'm so excited to be a new lifetime member. It's spacious. They got all the free weights and machines I'm looking for. Also, they have recovery devices when you're done. Compression boots, hot and cold tub, even assisted dynamic stretching. I gotta love that for a guy in his mid-40s. Speaking of, I love this place for my kids. Not only do they have 300 classes a week for adults and kids, they also have active sports like tennis and pickleball, basketball, and of course, you gotta love the yummy cafe. Check them out at lifetime.life to find a club nearest you.
Mesh Besher and Spence bring you Vikings linebacker Jonathan Grenard with the Power Trip every Tuesday on the official morning show and station for Vikings football, KFAN.
Hey, Ben, what do you think happened on that interception?
Well, I just feel like he got some pressure from the inside. It was an inside spin on Dalton Reisner, made him flush out of the pocket, and I think his internal clock just went off and said, I can't take a sack right here or a sack fumble. So he tries to throw a 50-50 ball to JJ. It just wasn't high enough, and he threw it right to the Bears.
Caleb Williams, 3 of 5, 24 yards, trailing 10-0. He works out of the shotgun. Couple in the backfield, including Roma Dunze, who sprints out left. Handoff, DeAndre Swift, and he gets by Patrick Jones, who whiffed on a tackle, and he'll fall ahead for a gain of 1. It's 2nd and 9 for Chicago.
And it's also one of those situations, Paul, is had that ball fallen incomplete, then the Bears would have had better field position. So, not a horrible decision by Sam Darnold. I think it is exactly as Ben described it. He just tried to make something happen because the play was breaking down.
Sam Darnold went 152 consecutive passes without a pick. Caleb Williams has gone 260 consecutive passes this season without an interception. Keenan Allen goes in motion in front of Caleb Williams. Now he flexes out to the left. He gets the pass left flat, caught at the 10, sprints to the 15 near the boundary to the 20, and Dallas Turner brings him down after a gain of 5 yards. A gain of 5 yards makes it 3rd and 4 with 8.5 minutes and counting to go in the first half. Vikes lead 10-0.
That's a great play by Dallas Turner, getting out all the way into the flat and making that play. And what we've seen at Dallas, Paul, is when that man is in space, he can cover ground. He's just got to get his reads down and his keys down. He's getting a lot more playing time these last few weeks than he has all year.
The Bears 0 of 3 on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 4 from their own 22. Patrick Jones and Andrew Van Ginkel with Jonathan Grenard threaten blitz, and here they come. It's picked up. Caleb bounces around in the pocket, steps up to the left. Now he's hit from behind. He reaches for the first down, but he's shy. He came up just short. Andrew Van Ginkel save the play and save the day. It'll be a gain of 1 or 2. And Iowa rookie Torrey Taylor is into punt.
And great job by the coverage unit, Paul. The Bears are keeping extra people in to block. There was just nobody open down the field. There was absolutely nowhere for Caleb Williams to go with that football. So very, very well played by the Vikings defense.
Taylor with 24 inside the 20. Will let this fly from about his 14-yard line. Brandon Powell with his toes on the 30. Oh, big rush up the middle. Flag on the play. It nearly was blocked. Brandon Powell retrieves it at the 17, and he heads to the left of the 25 to the 30. Then he's taken down at the 30-yard line. 58-yard punt, 12-yard return. However, that middle pressure might have been so good. The flag should go against the Minnesota Vikings. There's John Hussey.
Running into the kicker, defense number 11. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. That results in a first down.
Trent Sherfield, Pete.
Yeah, and he said he got a tip or just a piece of the football. And if that's the case, that makes a big difference. You don't get the flag, but I don't think they can get a replay of it or anything conclusive from the video. So the Bears are going to get another set of downs here. The defense, again, looking good thus far. But a lot of self-inflicted wounds so far in this first half, Paul. And that's not, you would think that a team that's ready, that, in the playoffs, you want to show what you can do. You got to limit those types of penalties.
Middle of the second quarter, 10-0 Vikings. Caleb Williams goes under center. The tailback, DeAndre Swift. Handoff on first down, DeAndre following the blocking of rookie wide receiver Rome Odunze. Hit at the 33, falls ahead for a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4, and here comes Ben Lieber.
Yeah, guys, I can't speak enough on how well Jonathan Grenard is playing. We know that he had the sack fumble that Cashman picked up, but guys, on the first drive on a 3rd and 2, and on this last drive on the 3rd and 4, his drops into coverage are tremendous, taking away the quick throws and not allowing Caleb any room to throw the football.
Second down, handoff DeAndre Swift, and he whips around the right side, gets outside the numbers to the 40, and it'll be a first down run for DeAndre Swift. It's a gain of 6 yards, tackled by Vikings leading tackler Joshua Metellus. So with 6.5 minutes to go in the first half, the Bears hustle to the line of scrimmage. First down from their own 42. Caleb hands it to Swift, takes a run left, darts to the right across the 45, and the former Lion and Eagle DeAndre Swift with a 6-yard run. It's 2nd and 4.
Too many of our defensive linemen on the ground. I've seen Harrison Phillips get up off the ground a couple plays in a row. You've got to be able to keep your feet if you want to play defense. And really, DeAndre Swift's just being patient, Paul. He's taking the handoff. He's letting everything kind of play out in front and then picking a gap and just heading north and south. So our defensive front needs to do a better job of closing those gaps.
Williams sacked 57 times this season, including once tonight by Grenard. Goes under center. Play action. The USC rookie boots out to the right. Dumps caught. Cole Kmet on the run. First down across the 50. Right in front of his head coach at the 45. Cole Kmet, the Notre Dame product, with a 14-yard catch and run. And another first down for the Bears. Vikes lead 10-0.
Just a pretty simple play action, but again, when the running game is being as effective as it is, those things get better. And Cole Kmet is as good as any tight end. He's actually he's a good blocker, so it's hard to really mind him, or you pay a lot of respect to him as a blocker, so the fakes work so well.
Kmet went for 7 catches and 64 yards 3 weeks ago when the Vikings won in overtime at Soldier Field. First down, Caleb Williams back to pass, screen left, DJ Moore caught, and then he's immediately encountered by Blake Cashman, who has a fumble recovery this game. It'll be a gain of 2, making it 2nd and 8.
That's Jalen Redmond that got through there, Paul, and if Jalen doesn't make this tackle, this play might go for another 20 yards. So great job by Jalen to understand, smells a rat with the offensive lineman not touching him, redirects and gets in on the tackle.
2nd and 8, Vikes lead 10-0, second quarter. Bears in Vikings territory, handoff DeAndre Swift, and he'll weave his way up the middle following the blocking of right tackle Darnell Wright. And DeAndre Swift very much in question to play in this game. He gets 3 yards. 3 yards for Swift, so that'll make it 3rd and 6 for the Chicago Bears from the Vikings 34. The Bears 0 of 4 on 3rd down.
Yeah, much better job by Jonathan Bullard and Harrison Phillips up front on that last run play. So they're adapting, starting to fill those gaps.
3rd and 5 from the Vikings 33. Keenan Allen and Rome Odunze to the right, now joined by Cole Kmet, DJ Moore to the left. Caleb Williams out of the shotgun, Travis Homer by his side. Vikings blitz, Caleb, flag, encounter, gets away from it, runs out to the left. High steps to the 30 away from Van Ginkel, and he walks out of bounds on the Vikings bench portion of the equation at about the 28. That's a run of 5. We'll see what John Hussey has to say about this flag.
It's going to be a holding call against the Bears.
Holding. Offense number 72. 10-yard penalty. 3rd down.
That's the Yale rookie replacing Braxton Jones. It's Karan Amagachi, a 3rd-round rookie from Yale.
Well, and Ben alluded to it earlier just about how Jonathan Grenard is just beating him on the outside with speed. That's where crowd noise really helps as well. But that was a takedown by Karan Amagachi on the outside.
First penalty against the Bears, 3 on the Vikings, 3rd and 15 from the Vikings 43. Young Caleb puts the veteran Keenan Allen in motion to the right. 3 receivers right, Cole Kmet left. Keenan looks to the right, avoids Van Ginkel, fires it to DJ Moore. With speed, he turns up the field to the 30. Ooh! DJ with a 14-yard catch and run. Nearly got the first down. They're a bit shy. And interim head coach Thomas Brown will keep the offense on the field on 4th and short. The Bears are 0 of 1 on 4th down against the best 4th down defense in the National Football League. Mercedes Lewis checks into the game for some extra beef. He's in his 19th year from UCLA, playing in his 282nd regular season game. He is football immortality. 4th and 1 from the Vikings 29. 3 tight ends, Caleb under center. Takes the snap, gives it to DeAndre Swift, stood up at the line of scrimmage, but his second effort is going to get him close. Ball came out, by the way. So they say Swift did not fumble, down by contact. Question is, did he get the first down?
Yeah, I don't think so. Where they're marking it, he has to get to about the 28-yard line, and he got to a little bit past the 27, so Vikings ball.
The ruling on the field is the runner was short of the line to gain. Minnesota first down, timeout.
The way Pete likes to put it, discretion needs to be the better part of valor. That has not been the case with the Chicago Bears. 2 times going into the teeth of the best 4th down defense in the NFL, and they failed both times. 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. Vikes have the ball and a 10-0 lead from US Bank Stadium. This is Minnesota Vikings football. TimberTech and TimberTech.com not only are the best in the business, but the decks they develop and the decks they build are the highest of quality. In fact, you will endure a lifetime of happiness with that deck with TimberTech. So ask for TimberTech when putting together your next project, and that also can include porches. TimberTech.com is where you find the free samples. Once again, start at TimberTech.com.
When the game is over, it's time to relax. No matter if it's a win or loss, you always win at Spalon Montage, the Twin Cities' premier salon and spa destination for over 25 years. With convenient locations in Edina, Woodbury, and Chanhassen, there's a Spalon close to you. Right now, football fans, you can get a bonus when you give the gift of Spalon. Purchase a $175 gift certificate and receive a $25 gift certificate for yourself. Visit Spalon.com now or call 952-915-2900.
Don't you love the sounds of the holiday season? The bells, the sleighs. Woohoo! If so, your holiday's now even more magical, because now during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, you can take home your favorite Hyundai with some of the season's greatest savings.
There's never been a better time to take home that Hyundai you've always wanted than now during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Test drive a new Hyundai car or SUV today at your Twin Cities Hyundai dealer and drive off with all the savings of the season.
Hey, friends with food allergies, life is about to get way easier. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Look, let's not argue. You've got enough stress. Just remember this name. Liam's. Liam's. Lee to the ums. As in Liam's frozen entrees that are free of the top 9 allergens. What? Gluten-free too. Delicious, nutritious, ready in minutes, safe meals for you, your kids, and even those adorable people who can eat whatever they want. Liam's rocks. To find which grocer's freezers are cool enough to stock Liam's, head to saferplate.com.
Back to the booth. Vikings hosting the Bears on iHeartRadio and FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
Welcome back. The Vikings lead the Bears 10-0, 2:35 to go in the first half. And the Vikings stop the Bears on fourth down and have it 1st and 10. Toss left. Aaron Jones turns it up outside the numbers to the 30. Thrust out of bounds at about the 34 for a gain of 4 as we pause. For station identification, this is Minnesota Vikings football.
Meat Sauce here. Vikings football now. Power Trip Morning Show tomorrow on FM 100.3 KFXN. Minneapolis, St. Paul, The Fan.
Ben Lieber, Pete Bursich, Paul Allen, and John Hussey on the microphone.
Full start. Offense number 74.
Oh, geez.
5-yard penalty. Second down.
Well, the OGs that's the third pre-snap penalty on Cam Robinson tonight. Dang.
It is. And Paul, let's face it. I mean, we're up 10-0 right now, but this score is you're running into the kicker. We've had a lot of pre-snap penalties that have been killing drives. I mean, it's just been tough this first half.
2-minute warning, indeed, 10-0 Minnesota. Vikings have the ball on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings radio network, driven by Polaris.
Vikings fans, be the light for a local family in need this holiday. Many families are forced to choose between paying for rent or buying groceries. Nobody should have to choose. Ring bells or donate to the Salvation Army and be a light. Every $100 raised feeds 3 families for a week, helps save a family from eviction, or provides hope when someone needs it most. Learn more at salvationarmynorth.org. Together, we can be the light.
New Happy Thursday Spiked Refreshers, a non-carbonated refresher with alcohol for weekend flavor any day of the week. Like when you get a case of the Mondays, swap it for the bright fruit flavors of Happy Thursday. Or when Tuesday needs a tune-up, look forward to Happy Thursday. And by Wednesday, you're already halfway there. So drink in the weekend flavor of Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday Spiked Refreshers, weekend flavor any day of the week. Celebrate responsibly. Non-carbonated, naturally flavored with other natural flavors. 21 and up, contains alcohol. 2024 Molson Coors Beverage Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin beer.
Eagan, Minnesota is the proud home of the Minnesota Vikings, and it's also the ultimate destination for fantastic fun. Eagan features over 100 unique restaurants and amazing attractions, such as Twin Cities Premium Outlets and the Vikings Museum. And when you stay in any of Eagan's 18 incredible hotels Thursday through Sunday and pick your package, you'll receive 2 free tickets to the Vikings Museum. Other great offers are also available. For complete details, visit enjoyegan.com. That's enjoyegan.com.
9 to noon, broadcast live from Vikings headquarters every Tuesday on KFAN. Thanks to Sue Cup, Bins Built Better. Now back to Vikings football on the Fan.
Scoreboard Central.
Scoreboard Central is brought to you by U.S. Bank, the official bank of the Minnesota Vikings. Yeah, there's another Monday Night Football game going on tonight, and it's Cousins hitting London a 30-yard touchdown, 7-0. The Falcons have the lead over the Raiders so far. Kirk Cousins, 4 of 4, 51 yards and a touchdown. That's a passer rating of 158.3. Robinson on the ground, 4 carries, 27 yards for the Falcons. Again, 7-0. The Falcons have the lead over the Raiders. Back to UPA.
Main man must. Ted Manning, Scoreboard Central. Unreal is back with its limited edition Vikings drop. Head to unrl.com for more details. And join yours truly and Paul Charchian for the Friday football feast. This Friday at Buffalo Wild Wings Apple Valley, presented by Coors Light. Visit Vikings.com/BWW for full schedule details. On 2nd and 12, Darnold back to pass, throws right, caught Jefferson, his second catch at the 34, catch of 8. They're shy of the third down. Here's Ben Lieber on the sideline.
You guys, this 3rd and 4 is the shortest third down situation we've had so far in this game. Third and distance to go, 5, 12, 17, 10, 11. Up until that play, our average down and distance to go is 11 yards on 3rd down. Guys, we got to do a lot better on 1st and 2nd down. Part of that, pre-snap penalties, that plays into it, but we got to do a better job on 1st and 2nd to give us more manageable 3rd downs.
Yeah, we're looking at 4 penalties for 20 yards, 3 of them being on Cam Robinson, the other one being a running into the kicker. So that extended a drive and kept our defense on the field. I mean, the Bears own the time of possession right now by about 5 minutes.
Wow.
So their offense, our defense has been on the field a lot more than our offense. This needs to be a very, very solid 2-minute drive, and we need to get some points on the board.
Your Vikings lead 10-0 and are 50%, 2 of 4 on third down. 3rd and 4 from their own 35. Addison in motion to the left. Darnold facing a rare Bears blitz. Throws to the left. Caught! T.J. Hawkinson with his first reception of the game. It's a first down grab at the 43. It's a grab of 9. And the clock continues to run. No, it's stopped now. Timeout on the field.
Yeah, great job by C.J. Ham to pick up the 3 blitzer.
Oh, yeah.
The linebacker coming up, it's Tremaine Edmonds.
Wow.
Tremaine Edmonds is a big man.
Yep.
And so by him doing that, it just keeps the integrity of the pocket and gives Darnold time. And again, if you're zone blitzing, you're sending that many, you're losing underneath coverage. Hawkinson was wide open.
Hawkinson pushed out of bounds, so nobody used a timeout. Sam Darnold, 10 of 16, 98 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. First down, 3 receivers right, back to pass, 10-0 lead, throws over the middle, caught Jordan Addison at about the 50-yard line on the whiteout Monday Night Football skull Norseman logo, gain of 7. Clock runs, 2nd and 3 from the 50. The only touchdown, Darnold to Justin Jefferson. And Sam goes out of the shotgun, Aaron Jones to his right. T.J. Hawkinson slot right, 2 receivers left. Bears rush 4. Sam throws to the right, caught at the 39. First down. It's T.J. Hawkinson with a catch of 11 yards. Caught it on veteran Kevin Byard III, 9th year from Middle Tennessee State. And it's a first down for the Vikings, who have 3 timeouts remaining. The Bears have 2.
And Brian O'Neill's coming out. He's still limping, so he might have re-aggravated whatever injury that is. So we'll keep an eye on him on the sideline, but might just need a breather. But so middle of this drive, losing your right tackle.
Jordan Addison with 48 receiving yards. More on that momentarily. First down for the Vikings from the Bears 39. Darnold shotgun, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Sam throws over the middle, caught Addison at the 28-yard line, blasted, but after he got a first down, Kevin Byard III hit him. That's a gain of 11 yards for Jordan Addison. And now Jordan Addison has 1,678 yards, which means in Vikings history, through the first 2 years, he's moved into 3rd place all-time, passing Sammy White. Darnold back to pass. Oh, he's sacked. Sam Darnold was sacked on first down. Chris Williams, in his 3rd year from Wagner, now has 3 sacks this season. And with 49 seconds to go in the first half, we have a timeout on the field. Vikes lead 10-0.
Yeah, the entire right side of our offensive line just got collapsed. Reisner and Questenberry, and then also Blake Brandell on the ground. So that was only a 4-man rush. So the Bears' defensive front pinning their ears back and getting a sack at a key time. So now we're looking at 2nd down and 18. And whether it's sacks or whether it's penalties, Paul, these are things that kill drives. We've been able to overcome them a little bit, but now you're putting yourself in a pretty tough position where you may have to settle for a field goal at the end of the half.
First sack on Sam Darnold. And just to elaborate on Jordan Addison, through his first 2 years, Jordan has 1,677 receiving yards. That passes Sammy White for the 3rd most in team history. That's the type of debut and 2nd season for Jordan Addison. Here's a pass left by Darnold to Aaron Jones. Screen caught at the 40. Turns it up in front of the Bears bench to the 35. Hit and stopped after a gain of 5. That'll make it 3rd and 13 from the Bears 32. Clock runs. Vikes with 2 timeouts. Bears with 2 timeouts. And we're going to use one right now.
Yeah, I think Kevin O'Connell's expecting the Bears to blitz on that down and distance, which is why he dialed up that screen. And again, when you have a 4-man rush, you get some guys redirected, not a whole lot there. So
let's head downstairs to Ben Lieber.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering, did he also think, Kevin O'Connell, think the Bears were going to take a timeout there? Because at the time of contact down on the ground, about 7 seconds went off the clock before he decided to call a timeout. They had 2 timeouts. Now they've got 1. But I was thinking the second that he went down to the ground, I'm like, you got to call a timeout right here. You're sitting on the 34-yard line. You have a really good opportunity to close this first half out with a touchdown, but we wasted 7 seconds.
Yeah, and Ben, with the mistakes that we've made is CJ Ham checks in for protection reasons. Just with the penalties have continually set us back. So they're just drive killers. And right, and in this situation, getting that ball as close as you can for a field goal attempt. I mean, it'd be great to get the first down. They're going to be playing Tampa too, as you can see. Tremaine Edmonds is standing 12 yards off the ball in the middle of the field.
Minnesota 3 of 5 on third down. This is 3rd and 15 from the Bears 34. Addison in motion to the right. 3 receivers right. Sam out of the shotgun. Throws over the middle. Caught T.J. Hawkins into the 30. Turns it up 25-20. First down. T.J. has caught fire in the second quarter with 3 receptions. That one goes for 16 yards and a Vikings first down. Timeout, Kevin O'Connell. The Vikings are out of timeouts.
Yeah, I mean, going into this game, TJ this year coming back from the ACL, he has 27 receptions. I think the sneaky good thing about him with TJ is just the run after the catch, Paul. How many times have we seen it where TJ's caught a ball short of the yard line to gain, and then used his legs and then obviously his body to stretch that thing forward? They'd like to cover him with the safety. In that case, it was Kevin Byard. And a safety's going to have a hard time bringing a guy T.J. Hawkinson size down to the ground. Well, that nets us a first down.
Sam Darnold, 7 of 7 on this possession. It's 1st and 10 from the Bears 18. Jefferson in motion to the left. He has the touchdown. He's slot left, part of 3 receivers left. Brandon Powell right. Darnold facing a blitz. Hit! He's caught off guard, tries to get it away, and he does. Incomplete. Kyler Gordon with a corner blitz nearly had Sam sacked. He was able to get it away to Aaron Jones for an incomplete pass. So now 22 seconds to go in the first half. Vikes out of timeouts. 2nd and 10 from the Bears 18.
Well, we have to build in some type of a hot route or something there to help out Darnold, because Byard is lined up and we motion JJ over and there's absolutely nobody covering the slot. So something's wrong. Something's different, right? You got to smell a rat with that.
Yeah.
And one of the receivers, if they can just break off a short route, you can at least throw and complete and not have to take the sack.
The Bears have gone to a dime defense. 6 defensive backs on 2nd and 10 deep in the first half. Darnold throws right. Caught Hawkinson at the 13-yard line. No, they say he was out of bounds. Came down with 1 foot in. Then Tyreek Stevenson, the second-year Kane, adroitly shoved him out of bounds. So 16 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd and 10 for the Vikings from the Bears 18. Minnesota leads 10-0 and gets the ball to begin the second half.
Now the challenge here is if you complete this pass and it doesn't get into the end zone, you've got to get yourself back up and kill the clock. So that's got to be talked about in the huddle. As the offensive line, everybody's got to be ready to get out there and snap the football and kill the clock.
3rd down, 3rd and 10 from the Bears 18. Darnold out of the shotgun. Aaron Jones to his right. 3 receivers left. Naylor to the right. Flag on the play. Sam hit. Sam sacked by Montez Sweat back at the 26-yard line. Flag on the play. It came in early.
It's going to be encroachment against the Bears. So not enough to net us a first down, but at least a redo. He had 4 seconds tick off the
Offside.
clock.
Defense number 98.
Yeah.
He was lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Yeah, Quessenberry's going, yeah, he was way offside.
Yeah, that whole thing is an L for Montez Sweat. He cheated by lining up past the ball. Then he got the sack, which is nullified.
Yeah, so again, here we go. 12 seconds left to go. You're going to get a better shot at the end zone, but, either way, Paul.
Yeah.
It's just been a circus of penalties in this first half.
Well, the Vikings get the ball to begin the second half, so we'll see what they do here with 12 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd and 5 from the Bears 13. Darnold out of the shotgun. Bears rush 4. Sam throws to the end zone. Sam throws the ball out of the end zone. Incomplete. T.J. Hawkinson broke right. Darnold threw it down the center. There was nobody near it. And Will Reichard will walk in with 8 seconds to go in the first half and attempt to go 2 for 2 on field goals.
Well, Paul, I think as we get into the second half, this is a miscommunication, or it's just Sam getting rid of the football because there's nobody in the middle of the field. But we got to get back to running the football, because the Bears with their 4-man rush are able to get consistent pressure on our quarterback right now.
31-yard try, right hash to the east side of U.S. Bank Stadium. The kick is up, and it is good. Riker, 2 of 2 on field goals, and 16 of 19 this season. And he kicks the Minnesota Vikings to a 13-0 lead with 4 seconds to go in the first half. Darnold, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, great job by the Vikings in the first half of gaining momentum, mainly off the 2 4th-down stops by the defense. And this game really should be 17-0. With JJ had a ball that would have absolutely been a touchdown that was dropped, and we had to settle for 2 field goals really instead. So you look at a game like this and you say, all right, we got ourselves into the playoffs. You want to be playing great football at this time going into December, and you're seeing glimpses of it, but we're just not able to put together the drives that we need, and a lot of it has to do with self-inflicted wounds.
So remember at 6 o'clock when we're doing the second part of Vikings Football Sunday, Muss on lead vocals, I started out by saying, let me get this straight. The Chicago Bears are plus 10 in the take give with a quarterback who's gone 255 consecutive without a pick, and they're third with red zone offense and defense, yet they've lost 7 in a row and are 4-9.
Yeah.
We're seeing it. They do just enough to look okay, but lose.
Yeah, and they're one of the best red zone defenses in the league, too.
Right.
I mean, there's so much. The Bears are such an enigma right now.
Boom! Kicked by Reichert after the field goal. Fair caught by Travis Homer. And with 4 seconds to go in the first half, the Minnesota Vikings have a 13-0 lead. Thanks to Green Bay beating Seattle on Sunday Night Football, your 11-2 Minnesota Vikings qualified for the postseason. Buffalo throttled Detroit yesterday, which means if the Vikings win their final 4 games this season, they are NFC North champions. Caleb Williams goes to a knee to end the first half, a half that had 1 touchdown. Sam Darnold to Justin Jefferson, Will Reichert 2 for 2 on field goals, and the Vikings get the ball to begin the second half. Main man Muss in the halftime show coming up shortly on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Polaris.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go a walk in the park with the new Ford Explorer. Become the MVP of the work site with the unrivaled performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America. Or discover what it really means to adventure in the great outdoors with the new Bronco Sport. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Based on calendar year total sales.
Hey, Vikings fans, listen up. Step up your shoe game this season with Trade Home Shoes, your Minnesota-based employee-owned retailer. Trade Home Shoes has on-trend footwear for the entire family. Brands like New Balance, Hoka, On, Birkenstock, Rival Shoes, and more. With over a century of experience in 130 locations nationwide, Trade Home Shoes is where generations meet comfort and style. Trade Home Shoes. Enjoy life. Feet first.
As a contractor installing windows, you deserve a simple choice. Anderson 400 Series windows. They're the cladwood windows contractors trust the most. So much so, they're the windows contractors trust for their own homes. And they even have fewer callbacks for extra peace of mind. When it comes to windows, the choice is simple. It's Anderson 400 Series windows. The windows contractors trust the most. Request a quote at AndersonWindows.com today.
Claims based on 2022 Anderson Brand Survey of U.S. contractors.
Thursdays on CBS. Ready to have your spirits lifted? Then Ghosts is the comedy for you. I mean, it's an age-old story. Couple moves into an estate only to find out it's haunted by ghosts from throughout the centuries. We've got a hippie, a ghost with an arrow through his neck, a guy who knew Alexander Hamilton, and a personal favorite of mine, a Viking. See why critics have called it drop-dead funny. All new Ghosts. Thursday, 8:30, 7:30 Central on CBS.
This is live coverage of Vikings and Bears on iHeartRadio and FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
The Minnesota Vikings halftime report is presented by U.S. Bank, Polaris, Happy Thursday Spiked Refreshers, and by Twin Cities Orthopedics. Now live from U.S. Bank Stadium, here's Mike Mussman.
The Vikings have the lead here at the half, 13-0 over the Bears. And here are your halftime stats presented by Lumen, official technology partner of the Minnesota Vikings. For your Minnesota Vikings, Sam Darnold, 15 of 24, 145 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. That's a rating, 75.9. That's the lowest passer rating we've seen from Sam Darnold in quite some time. Aaron Jones on the ground, 7 carries, 29 yards. And also you got Addison with 6 receptions, 58 yards. Justin Jefferson, a very rare drop that he had that would have been his second touchdown more than likely in that first half. He does have 1 touchdown, 2 receptions with 15 yards to tack on there with it. Now for Williams on the other side, 7 of 9, 59 so far in yards. 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Swift on the ground, 11 carries, 32 yards, going at 2.9 a clip there. And it's Moore who's not only running the ball, but he's also receiving the ball and leads the Bears there with 2 receptions, just 16 yards. Total yards for the Bears, 106. And for your Minnesota Vikings, 108. Time possession goes in favor of the Chicago Bears just by a smidge, about 3 minutes difference to the Minnesota Vikings. And that's how you get to our 13-0 lead for the Vikings here at the half. And located at Eden Prairie Center, Wildfire offers a selection of steaks, chops, and seafood in a modern-day 1940s supper club. You can join them for lunch, dinner, and carry out, and you can plan your next corporate or social event in one of their private rooms, or you can let them cater to your home or office. Visit wildfirerestaurant.com. There is one other Monday night football game that's going on here, and that is, of course, the Falcons and the Raiders, and it is 7-3 as Cousins has gone 5 of 6 for just 61 yards and a touchdown going to London, a 30-yard touchdown. 7-3. Falcons have the lead over the Raiders. Lifetime is the athletic country club of the Minnesota Vikings, champions, healthy, happy kids and families. Learn more at lifetime.com/kids. Vanilla Ice is on the stage here at the end zone at U.S. Bank Stadium. We may be sneaking a couple of sounds of that coming up here in just a little bit at the half. 13-0, Vikes have the lead on the Minnesota Vikings radio network, driven by Polaris.
For the Vikings, growth is a team effort. Coaches maximize performance. Teammates push your limits. But in business, who's there to help you grow? Lumen, that's who. Like saving live broadcasts from lag time, helping deliver the in-stadium experience for fans with millions more around the globe, and bringing all the benefits of the cloud to your network. So it's as secure as a defensive line and as legendary as the fans that cheer them on. Welcome to the on-demand network that meets your demands. Learn more at lumen.com. Services not available everywhere.
Football fans, meet Pays, an online checkout offered by banks and credit unions. With Pays, checking out is fast and convenient because eligible cards appear in one place, ready to use when you order your game day food delivery, your team's latest jersey, or flights to away games. You can beef up your defense at online checkout too. Using Pays gives you added security too because actual card numbers aren't shared with merchants. Find out if your bank or credit union offers Pays today at PAZE.com.
Hey, so what's better than a Vikings win? Celebrating a Vikings win cruising around in a brand new Polaris Slingshot S or a Polaris snowmobile. So right now at Quick Trip, for every $1 you spend with Quick Rewards, you'll earn a Fan Zone point to spend in the Viking Zone. Then with your Quick Rewards app, spend points for your chance to win prizes throughout the season, like a Polaris Slingshot S. Nice. Kick off your winning season with Quick Trip and your Minnesota Vikings. See quicktrip.com/fanzone for details.
Why do 90% of Vikings players have a Sleep Number smart bed? Because they need a bed that adjusts to their individual shape, position, and temperature preferences to help boost recovery time. Sleep Number does that. Game-changing sleep is life-changing. And now during our holiday sale, save 40% on the Sleep Number Special Edition smart bed, exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com. Official sleep and wellness partner of the Minnesota Vikings.
Listening to the Vikings and Bears on Monday Night Football, live tonight on iHeartRadio and FM 100.3 KFAN, the audio home of the Minnesota Vikings.
Miami's on the scene, just in case you didn't know it. My town,
feel the bass sound. The shaking kick holes in the ground. The style's like a chemical. These are rhymes you can vision in. Conducted in form is a hell of a concept. Make it hype, and you want to step up.
Oh, we had to play some of that. Come on. Halftime show, Vanilla Ice here. Vikings up 13. Rip over the Bears. I'm Muss. And joining me now from the VEN, Tatum Everett, who both of us are absolutely just biting lips, and then I'm not a very good dancer, but I don't care.
The nostalgia, right?
Right, exactly.
What's better than Ice Ice Baby on a winter whiteout?
You gotta absolutely love it.
It just makes so much sense.
Hey, if you're searching for the perfect holiday gift, Tailgate Spices has you covered, from skull season salt to pigskin pork, or you could also get the personal foul chicken as well. Give the gift of taste and the taste of victory. Okay, speaking of nostalgia, loved how at the coin toss, you got to see Jake Reed, Chris Carter holding up Randy Moss's jersey.
Yeah, and what's really cool about that is Randy is on Twitter and he's saying thank you so much to the fans, for the fan support, for Jake and for Chris's support. And then when Justin caught the touchdown, looked straight into the camera and said, "This one's for you, Randy. We love you." He also quote tweeted that. So, the fans are chanting Randy when they walked out with his jersey. It's just been a really neat moment to show support for him.
At 13 Rip here at the half.
Yeah.
Tatum, a very, very rare drop from Justin Jefferson. And really, for the Vikings, they've just been kind of shooting themselves in their own
It was
foot.
a weird swing right there, right? You have the drop, then you have the fourth down interception, then you go down, the Bears drive some more. Luckily, they were able to turn the ball over on downs. The Vikings defense were able to force that. It was just a weird situation because it could be 17-0, or 20-0 right now, or it could be, anywho, it could be more. And it felt kind of weird. It felt a little weird with the penalties. The offensive line feels a little off right now. They're getting, the Bears are really getting to Sam Darnold.
Yeah, especially with O'Neal out.
Exactly, with O'Neal being out. So I feel like this will be a strong second half. This team feels like a strong second half team. And after Vanilla Ice does the skull clap, how could you not, right?
Oh, yeah, we're all jazzed up out here. 13-0. Tatum, thank you so much. Appreciate your time with us here. Showcase your football fandom by submitting your photo as the Jameson Football Fanatic of the Week. Enter at Vikings.com for your chance to win weekly prizes, and one Jameson Football Fanatic will have a season that they will get a co-branded mini fridge, and they must be 21 plus to enter. As we mentioned, 13-0. The Vikings have the lead. Sam Darnold, 15 of 24, 145 so far, a touchdown and an interception, and a passer rating that's weird for him, 75.9. The Vikings get the ball to kick off the second half, and you're going to hear that with Paul Allen, Pete Bursich, and Ben Lieber, and you're going to hear all of this on the Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Polaris.
What's poppin'? Justin Jefferson here.
Football is a lot of explosion, a lot of energy and attitude.
It's a whole different vibe. With these open earbuds, it's like you're in the moment, but also you can hear everything around you. You can be involved.
To have good sound and to be so light on your ear means a lot to me. Putting that music into my ears,
you feel good enough to go out there and play.
You turn on that switch, no one can stop you.
For more, check out Bose.com.
Hey, Mark Rosen here. Let me tell you about a great way to stream all your Vikings coverage, shows, and analysis right on your big screen TV. It's Fox Local, a free streaming app where you can watch live shows of Vikings Game Day Live or Postgame Tonight, plus a ton of exclusive stories and features that only Fox 9 can provide. So search Fox Local on your streaming device, install, and stay connected to your Vikings and local news here in Minnesota with Fox Local.
Hello, Vikings fans. Frankie Lensmeyer here, and owner of The Humble Goat. The secret is out, and I'm delighted to present our newest product, the Humble Goat Whey Protein Powder. Yes, you heard correctly, goat whey protein. Why goat? Because it's packed with 25 grams of protein per serving. It's easy to digest, helps with muscle growth repair, and it tastes great. Now available online at thehumblegoat.com. For recipes, check us out on social media. Use SKOL24 for 20% off your first purchase. Go Vikes!
From the convenience stores in Cloquet to the supermarkets in St. Cloud,
The Minnesota Lottery's Viking Scratch Game is here. These are the concrete coliseums where we'll challenge chance and chase glory, where we'll gamely scratch and fearlessly scrape in pursuit of up to $100,000 in cash prizes. These are the stadiums where we come to play. Get in the game. Minnesota Lottery. I'm in. Must be 18 or older to play.
The radio home of the Vikings, Gophers, and Wild. Minnesota sports station is FM 100.3 KFAN. Now back to the stadium and the fans, Paul Allen.
The Minnesota Vikings lead the Chicago Bears 13-0 into the second half. Welcome back, Ben Lieber, Pete Bursich, Paul Allen. And the Vikings get the ball to begin the second half. Hey, quick trip trivia. How many yards was Chris Carter's game-winning touchdown from Warren Moon in overtime against the Bears in 1994? 70, 65, 60, or 55? The answer is B, 65. That's Monday Night Football trivia provided by Quick Trip. And Vikings fans, you can pick up commemorative Pepsi Vikings cups at U.S. Bank Stadium for your chance to win Victor's Ride or other great prizes. Fill your cup with an ice cold Pepsi and get ready for game day. Minnesota Vikings football is better with Pepsi. Skol! Also, spice up your holiday gifting with Tailgate Spices, whether it's personal fowl chicken, Skol seasoned salt, or Kale Mary vegetable. They have bold flavors for every Vikings fan. TailgateSpices.com. Boom! There's the kick to begin the second half. Ty Chandler goes to a knee. And the Minnesota Vikings, with a 13-0 lead, will begin at their own 30-yard line. Sam Darnold threw his first interception since the Jacksonville Jaguars game. He went 152 consecutive passes without a pick. He's 15 of 24, 145 yards, a touchdown to Justin Jefferson, and the interception to Tyreek Stevenson is second this year. Aaron Jones, 7 runs, 29 yards. Jordan Addison, 6 catches, 58 yards. Justin Jefferson, 2 catches, 15 yards, and that touchdown. 1st and 10 for Minnesota, heading to the west side of U.S. Bank Stadium. Handoff Aaron Jones to the left side. He's encountered by Tyreek Stevenson. Flags on the play and is stopped after a run of 5. Nice tackle by Stevenson.
Yeah.
Here's John Hussey.
Holding against the Vikings.
Holding. Offense number 84. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Well, and that's Josh Oliver, and just as we suspected, so far, guys, no Brian O'Neill on the right side of our offensive line. David Questenberry is starting this second half at right tackle. So the Vikings opt to go 12 personnel. They do not line him up on his side for any protection. They went left side, doubled up with Hawkinson on that run play. It is a holding call, so now we're 1st and 20. But something to watch here in the second half is how much help are we going to give Mr. Questenberry on the right side?
And O'Neill left the game in the first half, came back, and then left again. Questenberry at right tackle, as Nacho just reported. 1st and 20 for the Vikings. Just underway in the second half. Darnold back to pass. Throws over the middle. It's caught at the 25-yard line for a shorty. It's Justin Jefferson in his 3rd reception. So they get 5 of it back, 2nd and 15.
And Paul, I think if there's a story to be told about the first half, number one, it's the defense coming up with a turnover, and then the Bears being 0 for 5 on 3rd down and 0 for 2 on 4th down.
Right.
So the defense is taking care of their side of the ball. It's our offense that's been shooting themselves in the foot.
2nd and 15. Darnold back to pass. Throws a bullet over the middle, nearly intercepted. He threw into double coverage looking for T.J. Hawkinson, who got hot at the end of the first half. Kevin Byard III nearly had the pick, so now it's 3rd and 15 from the 25.
Yeah, Sam recognized the coverage being middle open and just saw the way it was set up, where you had T.J. Edwards covering the seam on Hawkinson, but the problem is that Byard was squatting. He was not threatened at all to the outside, so he had a great beat on that football, came in and almost intercepted it. So it was the right place to go against the coverage, but we got to do a better job of holding that safety wider.
Minnesota 4 of 7 on 3rd down. Darnold goes back to pass. Hit hard, throws it incomplete. Holy cow, Sam Darnold took a big shot from DeMarcus Walker, who sacked him at Soldier Field. Sam pops up nicely, but the Vikings will be punting in the early stages of quarter 3.
Yeah, just too much pressure that we're giving just a 4-man rush. I mean, these aren't blitzes that the Bears are dialing up. These are just simple line games up front, and too much time. I mean, we're definitely not throwing the football short because we have so far to go to move the chains. So Darnold's forced to sit in the pocket, and we're just giving way too much time for this defensive line of the Chicago Bears. So DeMarcus Walker with a huge hit.
This will be Ryan Wright's first punt. Josh Blackwell deep for the Bears because DeAndre Carter, their regular returner, who had a big game against the Vikings 3 weeks ago, he's on injured reserve. DePaula's snap to Wright is good, but Hussey,
got to delay a game maybe.
Stops festivities.
Full start.
Jeez.
Offense number 15. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Dallas Turner, Pete.
Yeah, it's so. I mean, this is the thing. You go in halftime, Paul, and you make your adjustments, and you come out and you say, "Hey, we got to put this team away. We're in a situation now. We have a 2-score lead. We got to make it. Get a good opening drive. Let them know it's not their night. But we're just letting them hang around, so to speak. And it's not. It's not as if it's lack of execution. It's just plain old mistakes. I mean, that's 2 penalties already coming out of halftime. That's too many.
6 penalties against the Minnesota Vikings, 2 for the Chicago Bears. So Wright now is backed up where he'll let it fly from his own 10. Very, very high spiraling punt. Blackwell eyeballs the coverage and gives it a try from the 25. He gets far side to the 30, to the 35. Runs by Andrew DePaula and is taken down at the 49-yard line. Ty Chandler with a nice tackle. 55-yard punt, 24-yard return by Blackwell. Flag on the play. That is Blackwell's longest punt return of his career.
Yeah, I think we had a block in the back. It was Jay Ward that was a gunner. It was causing the pressure, and I think he got blocked in the back. So this will go back from the spot of the foul.
Here's John Hussey.
Illegal block in the back. Receiving team number 32. That 10-yard penalty will be enforced from the spot of the foul. 1st down. Timeout.
Former Gopher Terrell Smith, who got beat on the Jefferson touchdown, now an infraction. On the Sleep Number scoreboard, Bears have the ball. Vikings have the lead 13-0. 13:47 to go in quarter 3 from Minneapolis on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Polaris. From coin flip to final whistle, show your diehard passion for your Minnesota Vikings all season with your favorite purple and gold gear from Shields. Bring your best this year, whether you're cheering from US Bank Stadium or from your living room with your favorite jerseys, hats, collectibles, and Vikings branded gear from the Shields Fan Shop. Visit us at your local Shields or Shields.com and let's cheer on the Vikings. Shields, proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings and football fans everywhere.
The Yaller horn has spoken. It's saying, when the Vikings score, Vikings fans win. This season, if the Vikings score 2 or more touchdowns in a single game, you get a free Big Mac. That's right. When the Vikings score 2 or more touchdowns in a game, get a free Big Mac with a purchase of $2 or more. Only on the McDonald's app. Offer valid once per person the day after the Vikings score 2+ touchdowns through 1/31/2025 at participating McDonald's. Excludes tax. Must opt into rewards.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go a walk in the park with the new Ford Explorer. Become the MVP of the work site with the unrivaled performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America. Or discover what it really means to adventure in the great outdoors with the new Bronco Sport. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Based on calendar year total sales.
For Minnesotans, the outdoors is home. Nobody gives you more ways to get there than Polaris. From Indian motorcycles and Ranger side-by-sides to Indy snowmobiles and Bennington pontoons, we bring Minnesota's best to every season. Our wooded trails, twisted highways, and the rugged shores of all 10,000 lakes are an invitation. A chance to let what's outside challenge what's inside you. Polaris. Think outside. A proud partner of your Minnesota Vikings.
Back in the day, they used to be the Bears. They're just the Bears now. We'll talk about the game Monday, noon to 3, right here on The Fan.
Welcome back. Ben Lieber on the sideline. Pete Bursich, Paul Allen from the Vox Box behind the Vikings bench. Minnesota leads 13-0. Chad Abbott, the executive producer for the Vikings Radio Network, producing on site. The engineer, Jared Wells, main man Muss at Scoreboard Central. Brandon Molesky is the master control supervisor at the flagship FM 100.3 KFAM. Here comes Caleb Williams going under center. The tailback, DeAndre Swift. Two tight ends, they're balanced. One to the left of the left tackle, one to the right of the right tackle. Williams goes play action. He steps up. He now looks to go to the left, sees nothing. Flag on the play, and Caleb hoists the white flag and throws it away. Holding against the Bears.
Again, great coverage down the field. He had absolutely nowhere to go with the football. So these combinations of routes we're getting.
Holding. Offense number 76. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Kevin Jenkins, the left guard.
Yeah, so for Caleb Williams, there's just no place for him to go. So nice job by the Viking defense, especially watching these corners and safeties. They are anticipating the route combos they're getting. They're playing them real well. So for Caleb Williams, he doesn't have much in the way of options at all.
Jahad Ward checks into the game. Caleb Williams goes out of the shotgun, 1st and 20 from his own 10. Keenan Allen, football immortality in motion to the left. They're going to fire it out left to DJ Moore. It's a screen. Turns it up outside the numbers to the 15. Looking for a block from Keenan Allen. Didn't get it. And he's taken down after a catch and run of 6. So it's 2nd and 14.
Well, Paul, most of these, I think offenses have finally learned if you want to run that quick screen to the outside, you don't do it to Van Ginkel's side. The Bears have done it once toward him and about 3 or 4 times to Jonathan Grenard. I think they're just trying to wear Grenard out the best he can because you're not going to block him with Ayuk Gajabi.
Vikings go nickel. Fabian Moreau, Shaq Griffin, and Byron Murphy Jr., the corners. Caleb Williams, 2nd and 14 from his own 16. He puts DeAndre Swift in motion to the right. Caleb back to pass, throws right. Keenan Allen wide open, caught first down at the 38, and Shaq Griffin wrestles him out of bounds. Keenan Allen with a first down on a 26-yard reception. 12th year from Cal. 9 catches, 86 yards, and a touchdown 3 weeks ago at Soldier Field against the Vikings. On 15 targets, and in 5 games against the Vikings, 4 with the LA Chargers, he has 636 yards and 3 touchdowns. Williams back to pass, throws right. Allen caught it, bobbled it, lost it, so now it'll be 2nd and 10.
And that's been plaguing the Bears a little bit the last couple of weeks. DJ Moore had a drop last week against San Francisco, same thing with Cole Kmet. But yeah, Keenan Allen has just been an absolute thorn in our side. I mean, Paul, he averages in 5 games over 11 receptions and 126.2 yards a game.
Right.
So I don't know what it is about 13, but
well, in this building last year with the Chargers, he threw a touchdown pass on a gotcha play to Mike Williams. 2nd and 10 for the Bears. Keenan Allen throws a risky pass left to DJ Moore, looking to set up a screen. DJ with elite athletic ability to bring it in. It's only a gain of 2, and now it's 3rd and 8.
And you have to think that they've got some type of a deep ball off of that because they haven't really shot the ball or gotten the ball down the field. So you got to be awake for that.
Bears 0 of 5 on 3rd down. Empty backfield. 3 receivers right, 2 left. Minnesota rushes 3. Caleb fires over the middle. Incomplete. Looking for Keenan Allen. There was no significant rush, and he threw the ball a little more quickly than I thought he would. Keenan could not bring it in, so the Iowa rookies back into punt. 13-0 Minnesota.
Well, you get Jonathan Grenard dropping into coverage, and he widens himself just a little bit too much, and Keenan Allen was on the end, but just not quite fast enough. So it's just a matter of Caleb Williams not being on the same page with his wide receiver. So it should have been an easy throw and catch.
The Vikings have not had a punt return touchdown since Marcus Sherrills in 2016. Taylor, end over end punt. Brandon Powell fakes a fair catch. It bounces at the 5. Excellent punt by this rookie. Holy cow. Now it rolls to the 6, to the 5, to the 4. It's a 51-yard boomer by Torrey Taylor. We pause. 11 and a half minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Vikings ball. Vikings lead 13-0, and a very special guest who used to play for the Vikings joins us around the corner. Don't leave. The KFAN Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Polaris.
This season, Chevy brings classic pairings, cookies and milk, mistletoe and kisses, and your holiday plans and a new Chevy. Silverado 1500 gives you power and capability with 430 pound-feet of torque to haul your holiday tree. Equinox EV and the all-new Equinox offer award-winning quality and style to see you through the holiday season. See why Chevy makes everything better and brighter. Visit ChevyDealOnline.com.
You're listening to Vikings football.
Vikings fans, be the light for a local family in need this holiday. Many families are forced to choose between paying for rent or buying groceries. Nobody should have to choose. Ring bells or donate to the Salvation Army and be a light. Every $100 raised feeds 3 families for a week, helps save a family from eviction, or provides hope when someone needs it most. Learn more at salvationarmynorth.org. Together, we can be the light.
FanDuel Sports Network is your new home for your home team.
Welcome back into Vikings Weekly.
Watch all the big hits.
Heavy hit by Polino.
Big shots.
Edwards again. Cash!
Big goals.
Kaprizov wins it for the Wild in overtime.
All in one place.
Oh, my.
For unrivaled coverage of your local teams.
Complimentary football all the way around.
Visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com today and watch all season long.
Celebrate the magic of the season at Winter Solstice. Now through February 23rd, Viking Lakes is your destination for holiday fun and winter adventure. Experience the enchanting Magic of Lights drive-through experience. Gaze upon the 36-foot holiday tree presented by Xfinity. Skate the plaza, cozy up at the warming house, and so much more. 'Tis the season to celebrate unforgettable memories with family and friends. From festive cheer to frosty fun, Winter Solstice has it all. Learn more at wintersolstice.com. That's winter, SKOLSTICE.com.
Live stream Vikings games throughout Minnesota all season long. Powered by Quantum Fiber on iHeartRadio and KFAN.
Welcome back to Monday Night Football. 13-0 Vikings over Bears. 11:39 in the third quarter. Guys, boy, we talked a lot about Brian O'Neill. He was questionable to return with the knee injury. He's back in the lineup, you guys. He's sporting a right knee brace, but he is back in this football game.
And his Vikings lead 13-0. Backed up, though. 1st and 10 from the 5. Darnold play action. Throws right, incomplete. And he threw it into the awaiting arms of a defensive lineman, Darrell Taylor, who couldn't hold on to it at 2nd and 10. And as we mentioned in the break, very special guest joining us here in the Vox Box, former Minnesota Vikings cornerback Patrick Peterson, who was with the team in 2021 and 2022. He's back here with a bunch of legends. How you been, Pat?
I've been great, Paul. And how you been?
Right on, man. Good. What do you think of the squad?
Man, the squad looks good, man. I definitely have been keeping an eye on them from afar, and I'm happy to be here in person now.
Patrick's former teammate, Justin Jefferson, in motion to the left. He has a touchdown. Darnold's going to go that way to J.J. left flat. Caught at the 5. Stiff arm at the 8. Hit hard at the 12 by Tyreek Stevenson. Justin is shy of the first down. That's a gain of 6. So that's going to make it 3rd and 3. Now, we've had some exciting games this year, Patrick, but 2022, like that comeback against Indianapolis and that game at Buffalo, it doesn't get much better than that, does it?
No doubt about it. And I pulled your leg a little bit. I said, man, if I'm able to go into the Hall of Fame, that call you made against with me against Buffalo, the second interception in the half was unbelievable. I want that to be my video.
Game sealer. That's what the former LSU product does. 3rd and 3 from the 12. Vikes lead 13-0. Big blitz on Sam. He's going to fire to Jefferson right side, and Kyler Gordon caught it out of bounds. It nearly was in.
Getaway sales event, you can take home your favorite Hyundai with some of the season's greatest savings.
There's never been a better time to take home that Hyundai Getaway sales event. Test drive a new Hyundai car or SUV today at your Twin Cities Hyundai dealer and drive off with all the savings of the season.
The Minnesota Vikings count on knowledgeable coaches to bring out the best in their team. Your organization should count on Loeffler, the most knowledgeable office technology and services partner in the Midwest, to deliver innovative solutions and get the best results from your team. Loeffler operates and supports a full portfolio of solutions, including copiers and printers, managed print services, cloud-based and managed IT, phone systems, and on-site managed services solutions. Loeffler is your most valuable partner for innovative business technology and services in the upper Midwest.
Go ahead, eat the Land O'Lakes butter and cheese. Because when you spread that butter to every corner of your bread and sprinkle that cheese over everything, you're spreading goodness to our farmer owners and their communities. So don't hold back. Go ahead, eat the Land O'Lakes cheese. Eat the Land O'Lakes butter. Savor every moment of it. Eat it like you own it. Because 1,000 of our farmer owners do. As a hometown Minnesota company, Land O'Lakes is a proud sponsor of the Vikings.
Hey, it's Chris Hockey. Do you know National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation and Home Alone were both based in Chicago? Let's film a new one tonight. We'll call it How the Gink Stole Christmas from the Bears. We'll break down this game tomorrow morning, 5:30 tonight on the Power Trip right here on The Fan.
Welcome back, 13-0 Vikings, Bears ball. Patrick Peterson, former Vikings cornerback, is with us in the broadcast booth. Patrick, when you watch punt returns, do you hearken to your rookie year, 2011, when you housed 4? Patrick Peterson had 4 punt return touchdowns in 2011. When did you decide you didn't want to return punts anymore? You were unbelievable at it.
When Bruce Arians became my head coach, he said, "You're way valuable at cornerback to punt return, sir."
Caleb Williams under center, 1st and 10 from his own 42. Mercedes Lewis in motion to the left of Caleb. Vikes lead 13-0. Handoff DeAndre Swift, and he is smacked by Patrick Jones. It'll be a gain of 1. Swift lost his helmet. Andrew Van Ginkel was the one to start it, so it'll be 2nd and 9.
And Patrick, what are you up to these days? What brings you up to the booth?
Man, I wanted to get up here and just to shadow you guys, man. I want to be up here one day, so I wanted to see what it was up close in person, calling it from a booth, seeing how to interact with the counterpartner.
So in other words, have you officially retired?
Not yet.
Okay. More on that in a minute. 2nd and 9 for the Bears.
Hey, you may want to stay here.
13-0 Minnesota, 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. We have movement up front. Grenard offside. Free play for the Bears. Sidearm shot by Williams to Adunze. Caught at the 40. Angles left 35. Inside the numbers, the rookie. With nice moves and a 29-yard reception. First down for the Chicago Bears.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both by the defense.
Oh, that's special.
Excuse me. Offside. Defense, number 43. That penalty is declined. Offside. Defense, number 52. That penalty is declined. Result of the play, first down.
All right, Patrick, Harrison Smith is making his 189th start, 4th most in Minnesota Vikings history.
Yep.
What was it like playing with the Hitman?
Man, it was unbelievable playing with the Hitman. Not only being on the field with him, but having the opportunity to play a little golf. It was downtime from the football game planning.
First down for the Bears, 13-0 Minnesota, 9.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Vikings blitz. Caleb steps up, fires to the end zone, incomplete. Oh, Caleb, make that. Keenan Allen had 2 steps on Byron Murphy Jr., but they couldn't connect, so it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, a little bit of a wheel route there, Patrick, and that's tough. That's a tough route to cover.
That is a tough route to cover. It looked like the Bears was trying to catch the Vikings in a cover 2, which they have been sprinkling in this defensive game plan thus far throughout this game.
Byron Murphy Jr., former teammate with Patrick Peterson on the coverage. 2nd and 10, out of the shotgun. It's a gun run. DeAndre Swift sprints away from Harrison Smith left side, across the 25 to the 20, hit at the 18, and that's where he stopped. But it's good enough for a first down for the Chicago Bears. An 11-yard run by DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, Harrison Smith having a clean. He's in run support. Had a clean shot at him, just wasn't able to bring him down. And these legs for the defense look a little bit tired right now, Paul. It's not good.
Williams, 11 of 16, 122 out of the shotgun. Hands it to Swift. Goes around the left side again. Runs away from Metellus to the 10. Grinds inside the 5. Stopped at the 1. DeAndre Swift with a 17-yard run and trailing 13-0. The Bears have it 1st and goal from the 1-yard line.
And Shaq Griffin has to do a better job. He can't allow himself to be blocked for that long by DJ Moore, Paul. And it's just, really, there's not a lot of space for DeAndre Swift to go, but he just bounced it outside, and we had no corner there for support.
Dallas Turner late to run in. First and goal, handoff Swift to the left side. Hit at the goal line, lunges for the end zone touchdown. Chicago Bears. DeAndre Swift with 6 touchdowns this season. And it's now 13-6 Minnesota. Flags come in late, by the way, as some players started to mix it up.
Yeah, just disappointing, man. For the defense, you've done a great job all night.
Number 68, an ineligible number, came in and played an eligible position. He did not report. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Wow, that's the extra offensive lineman, Doug Kramer Jr., my man who Eberflus gave the ball to at FedEx Field, and he couldn't get in and turn the whole game around. Now he forgot to report. What are we doing here?
Well, that might be a window of opportunity for this Vikings defense. They're going to have to rally themselves and force Chicago to try, for a field goal attempt. I mean, we're the number 3 goal-to-go defense in the league, Paul, so they've got to live up to that reputation right now.
All right, first and goal from the 6, touchdown nullified. Caleb Williams, first overall pick in the 2024 draft. He's under center, tailback DeAndre Swift. Keenan Allen in motion to the left. Vikings lead 13-0, handoff Swift. Jump cut to the right. He gets to the 5-yard line, slowed by Byron Murphy Jr., and then stopped by Blake Cashman at about the 1. Still a 5-yard run by DeAndre Swift, who, again, nearly did not play in this game. He was on the bad side of questionable. He's a tough customer. He sucked it up, and he's having a good game.
Yeah, he is. It's just disappointing to see all these yards after contact. DeAndre Swift is just kind of bouncing through our defense. This time Kramer makes sure he reports, so here we go.
Williams under center. Dallas Turner running into the game very late again. Cole Kmet in motion to the right. Tightly packed eye behind Williams. Swift heads to the left side. Swallowed up by Joshua Metellus. Flag on the play. Joshua Metellus, Vikings leading tackler, with the tackle.
Holding. Offense number 72. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
That's that Yale rookie, Karan Amagaji, replacing Braxton Jones. So now they back themselves up again midway through the third quarter. Vikings lead 13-0. And we're seeing it right now, Pete, where
this is like
we're like, how can a team be plus 10 and have a quarterback 255 consecutive without a pick and be 4-9? We're figuring it out.
This is the most Bears thing that we've seen. I mean, this is what they do, where they shoot themselves in the foot. They had a touchdown scored, and because someone didn't report eligible as an eligible receiver, and now you tack on another penalty, you're looking at second and goal from the 12-yard line.
DJ Moore wide left, opposite Fabian Moreau. Now he goes in motion. Second and goal from the 11. Williams facing a blitz. He runs out to the right. Throws to the end zone. Incomplete. Incomplete. Back center of the end zone, looking for Rome Dunze. Shaq Griffin on the coverage. Now it's third and goal from the 11. And we saw this at Soldier Field. Caleb Williams' arm is spectacular.
So, Patrick, what do you tell a cornerback when you're playing against such an athletic quarterback that can extend plays?
Man, it's always tough playing against those guys, because now you're playing not only against the shot clock, you're playing with the shot clock, with the quarterback able to scramble. We're so used to covering guys for 3 to 5 seconds. Now with a mobile quarterback, you have to cover for maybe 6 seconds, so it's tougher.
Williams has not thrown an interception since mid-October. Goes back to pass out of the shotgun. He steps back even farther. Now he rolls out to the right. Throws to Keenan Allen. Incomplete! Through the hands of Keenan Allen. And it's fourth down from the 11. And Cairo Santos is in for the field goal try.
Yeah, I am definitely impressed with Caleb Williams' ability to keep the play alive. And, we've had a plenty of mobile quarterbacks that we played against, but for some reason, Caleb Williams has just killed us. And that's another ball, I think, that Keenan Allen probably should have come down with.
Santos from 29, 16 of 20 on field goals. He kicks to the east side of U.S. Bank Stadium. Snap spot. Cairo Santos, right-footed kick is good. And the Bears have scored with 7:02 to go in the third quarter. Minnesota leads 13-3 on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings radio network, driven by Polaris.
Make gifting simpler this holiday season with all things cooking, cleaning, and more from Kenmore. From countertop ice makers to air purifiers to hard floor cleaners and the latest in dishwashers and refrigerators. Find great deals for every room of the home and for everyone on your list, including you, at kenmore.com/Vikings. Get more from Kenmore, a proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings.
Hey, Vikings fans, when you stay at Omni Viking Lakes, you stay at the official hotel of your favorite team. At Omni, we believe experiences matter, which is why we built this place for real fans like yourself, even putting it right next to the practice facility. You've dreamt of a place like this, and now you can dream in a place like this. Score! So, Vikings fans, when you're looking for a place to stay in the game at Omni Viking Lakes Hotel.
As a leader in innovative ingredient solutions, Sam Nutrition offers a unique personal touch that only a family-owned business can provide. As your trusted partner in animal nutrition, we source the highest quality ingredients, ensuring you achieve optimal results. Discover how our family values drive us to connect industries and unlock peak performance across your entire operation with Sam Nutrition. Learn more by visiting samnutrition.com. Sam Nutrition, high performance, reasonable price, a proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings.
You're listening to the Vikings and Bears on Monday Night Football, live tonight on iHeartRadio and FM 100.3 KFAN, the audio home of the Minnesota Vikings.
Scoreboard Central.
Brought to you by the Minnesota Lottery, where you can play the new Viking scratch game from the Minnesota Lottery for a chance to win up to $100,000 instantly. Detroit loses to the Bills 48-42, but they also have another big loss. David Montgomery, he'll go under surgery for a season-ending knee injury.
Wow.
That's coming off a rash of injuries for the defense going into Week 15 for the Lions, with 13 on IR already. And the other game that's going on tonight, Falcons and Raiders, 9-3. The Falcons have the lead before we get back to PA. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Minnesota Vikings football.
The radio home of the Minnesota Vikings. FM 100.3, KFXM, Minneapolis, St. Paul. The Fan.
How many more injuries can these Lions take? Holy cow. I mean, Aiden Hutchinson, Anzalone, a bunch of twos for their defense are hurt. Josh Allen was just picking on the backups, the twos and the threes on yesterday against the Lions. Boom, there's the kick after the field goal. And now David Montgomery. Here comes Ty Chandler from the 1. Heads to the left to the 15, to the 20, 25. Lowers the helmet at the 28. And he's taken down at the 30-yard line. It's a return of 32 yards. David Montgomery season must shares. Holy cow.
Right, and then losing Aleem McNeil is probably the other big loss for them. And Aleem McNeil, one of the top 5 highest paid defensive linemen in the league, and he plays that way.
Right.
So they've lost quite a bit. Their defense has been able to survive with all the injuries. What hadn't happened is any of the injuries on offense. Now I guess we're gonna definitely see how good that running game is for the Detroit Lions.
If the Vikings win this game, they'll have the same record as the Detroit Lions, but we'll be behind them in the division because the Lions beat the Vikings here earlier this season. First down, Sam Darnold from under center, play action, fires a fastball to the right. We have a flag on the play. Josh Oliver with the catch at about the 38-yard line for a gain of 8. John Hussey with some more information for us. Again, the Hussey staff has called the fewest penalties of all 17 crews this year in the NFL.
Illegal use of the hands to the face offense, number 64. That 10-yard penalty will be enforced from the previous spot, first down.
So that's 7 penalties, Pete, for 45 yards, 13 for 50. Make that 6 for 50 for the Bears.
Yeah.
13 penalties from the Hussey staff. Middle of the third quarter, they average 10.5 a game.
And it's just how our offense can't get a rhythm because we're constantly just going backwards, right? And first and 20, so you got these funky downs that you're trying to make calls for. It's very disappointing. There's one thing that's been disappointing about the Vikings tonight for sure. It's just these penalties. The Bears went their way and evened it up, but we took the lead again with that last penalty.
13-3 Vikings. Addison in motion to the right. First and 20, handoff Aaron Jones up the middle between the hash marks across the 20, hit at the 23 and stopped at the 24. So that's going to be a gain of 4 yards, making it 2nd and 16. The third voice you hear here in the booth is that of former Vikings corner Patrick Peterson, who stopped by the booth and is joining us for a little bit of the call. Darnold back to pass, feet get a little jumpy, throws left, caught T.J. Hawkinson. Sweet move to the right, gets to the 35 and is taken down at the 37. 13 yards from Darnold to Hawkinson. Now it's 3rd and 3 from the Vikings 37.
And Patrick, what with a tight end like with T.J. Hawkinson, what problems does he bring? I mean, you put a safety on him, put a corner on him. What do you do?
You almost want to put a nickel back on him because he's so versatile in the pass game, as you just saw, just running a simple 10-yard out, but turning that into a 12-yard game, making this a much manageable 3rd down.
Minnesota 4 of 9 on 3rd down. Jefferson in motion to the left, 3rd and 3 from their own 37 with a 10-point lead in the 3rd quarter. Sam facing a 4-man rush, straight drop, bounces around in the pocket, fastball to the 41, caught Hawkinson, 1st down. That was like Big Boy was a rebounder, and he got position for Chris Finch's Minnesota Timberwolves, and he hauled in the rebound for a 4-yard gain and a 1st down, and the Vikings hustled to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10 from their own 41. 2 receivers left and right. Hawkinson is slot right, just to the outside of Brian O'Neill. Aaron Jones shifts to the left side. Now back to the right of Sam the Man on the Fan out of the shotgun. It's a gun run to Jones to the right side. Just a little bit of room. Gets to the 43 for a gain of 2. And we head down to Ben Lieber.
Yeah, you guys, 3rd downs continue to be an issue. The 3rd to go situations. Earlier in the game, I reported we had 5 3rd down situations, averaging 11 yards per 3rd down. We had 5 more up until that last 3rd and 3. And guys, we got slightly better at almost 10 yards per 3rd down. So guys, we got to do a better job penalty-wise and on 1st and 2nd down.
Darnold facing a Tremaine Edmonds blitz. Back to pass, throws over to the right. Incomplete. Jordan Addison, seems like he dropped it. It was right in his hands, 3rd and 7.
Yeah, it looked to me like he wasn't even really expecting the throw. The ball kind of caught him by surprise. So the Bears delayed blitz. They flushed Darnold out of the pocket, and he throws another great ball. And it just, again, it looked to me as if Jordan Addison wasn't expecting it. It kind of took him by surprise. So the Vikings are left with 3rd and 7. And ball with the time of possession, with everything else that's going on, and their offense starting to get some momentum. We need to move the chains here.
Minnesota 5 of 10 on 3rd down. C.J. Ham motions to the backfield. He's to the right of Sam Darnold. Out of the shotgun, takes the snap. Another 4-man rush by the Bears. Sam bounces around, throws over the middle. It's incomplete.
There we go.
And there's a penalty on Kevin Byard III. T.J. Hawkinson again boxed him out like an elite rebounder. Would have caught it, but they're going to get 3-1 here for a foul.
Pass interference, defense number 31. Ball he placed the spot of the foul, automatic, 1st down.
Yeah, and Patrick, do you agree with that call? Because he kind of came through the back of Hawkinson.
100%. He got there just a little bit too early. He saw the play, he recognized the play, but just
That's the worst, contact. Isn't it?
Yes.
Right? You're like, okay, I know what's coming, and then, oh, here it comes, and you get there too soon.
Exactly.
You have to find a way to just not wrap. I think it was the arm wrap around the waist of Hawkinson that got him to throw the penalty. We got lucky we didn't get a delay of game on that play.
8-yard penalty, good enough for a first down. 2 tight ends to the left of Cam Robinson. 1st and 10 from the Bears 48. Handoff, Aaron Jones gets loose up the middle. Across the 45, jump cut to the right, hit at the 40, and stopped at the 39. 8 yards for A.J. 2nd and 8 for the Vikings with 4 minutes to go in quarter 3. Minnesota at 11-2 leads 13-3.
And Paul, picking up this pace and running the football is helping this offensive line out.
Darnold from under center hands it to Jones. Right up the middle, first down. Hit at the 35, bounces off of it, and plunges ahead to the 31. It's a run of 9 for Aaron Jones and a first down.
And Patrick, as a defender, you feel that, don't you, with the hurry up and just not being able to even correct what happened the play before?
No doubt about it. And that's what I love about the Minnesota Vikings offense, that they're able to keep you off pace. Like, now they're back in the huddle. So now you don't know what to expect. So when the offense come out and pretty much play that cat and mouse game with you, it makes it hard for the defense to kind of adjust.
Darnold with an I formation behind him. Jefferson in motion to the right. 1st and 10 from the Bears 31. 3:05 and counting to go in the third quarter. Minnesota leads 13-3. Darnold play action off Jones. Throws to the right boundary. Incomplete. looking for Justin Jefferson, and he was covered up nicely by Tyreek Stevenson, who has a pick, 2nd and 10.
And I think in that case, you had Darnold getting up to the line of scrimmage and saw the one-on-one coverage in the outside. It was some type of 8-man box, and this just a little bit high. I mean, these are the types of throws that we've seen Darnold make all season long. It's just kind of a speed out to the outside. He delivered it a little bit high. So for Darnold, again, that throw we've seen him make over and over again, but that time he didn't.
Jefferson targeted 10 times with just 4 catches, but a touchdown. Darnold takes the snap, tossed right to Jones. He gets across the 25 right side, hit at the 20, bounces outside the numbers, and taken down at the 17. It's a 14-yard run for Aaron Jones. He's heating up with 67 yards, and we have a Bear down after that first down run by Aaron Jones. It is Darrell Taylor, a backup defensive lineman, and we pause. The Vikings lead 13-3 and are threatening to get more from U.S. Bank Stadium. This is Minnesota Vikings football.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Yeah. Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee. It's 5 years of gig speed internet and advanced security at a great rate that won't change. It's back for a limited time. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies a monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Are you ready for some football? Well, you are now, thanks to Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Minnesota Vikings and the NFL, Ticketmaster's got the best way to take it to the house when it comes to being there live. They're the safest and most convenient marketplace to score fully verified Vikings tickets. And even if your plans get broken up or worse, turned over, Ticketmaster gives you more flexibility to sell your seats. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Vikings.
Paul Sutton Bourbon is a namesake bourbon made by our family for 7 generations. Grain to glass, never sourced. Paul Sutton Bourbon, passed down to be passed around.
From the convenience stores in Cloquet to the supermarkets in St. Cloud, the Minnesota Lottery's Vikings scratch game is here. These are the concrete coliseums where we'll challenge chance and chase glory, where we'll gamely scratch and fearlessly scrape in pursuit of up to $100,000 in cash prizes. These are the stadiums where we come to play. Get in the game. Minnesota Lottery. I'm in. Must be 18 or older to play.
Back to the booth. Vikings hosting the Bears on iHeartRadio and FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
Ben Lieber, Pete Bursich, special guest Patrick Peterson joining us here in the Vox Box at U.S. Bank Stadium. 11-2 Vikings, 13, 4-9 Bears, 3. The Vikings qualified for the playoffs thanks to Green Bay beating Seattle last night, but clearly have bigger proverbial fish to fry at 11-2, looking to win the division after the Lions lost yesterday. 10th play of a possession that's gone 53 yards. 1st and 10 from the Bears, 17. 2.5 minutes to go in quarter 3. Sam Darnold tosses left. Aaron Jones. Oh, he's hit. He's hit hard at the point of attack by T.J. Edwards, leading tackler for the Bears. And that's going to be a loss of 1. Tackle for loss by T.J., 2nd and 11.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you have J.J. out there and then you have Trent Sherfield, Brandon Powell, and Josh Oliver as the receivers, you're thinking run.
Darnold out of the shotgun on 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Throws over the middle. Caught Jefferson at the 2, and he stopped right there. Nevertheless, a 17-yard connection. Darnold to Jefferson, and now it's 1st and goal from the 1 for the Minnesota Vikings, and we have another wounded Bear.
Paul, that's the throw that Darnold's been trying to make to J.J. all night. It's the middle open defense. You get him behind the linebackers, underneath the safeties, and that time he delivered that football exactly where it needed to be. And again, I really think with the personnel that was in the game, the Bears were expecting run, and they didn't get it. But let me ask you this, Patrick. Justin Jefferson, I mean, he's one of a kind. He's so fluid in and out of his breaks. If you're breaking him down as a cornerback, What are you thinking?
Honestly, it's tough because, I had the opportunity to go up against him in one-on-ones in practice, and the guy just make everything look the same.
Smooth, right?
Like, just a smooth criminal. And it's hard to gauge what he's running in the midst of his route. So he's one of the best route runners in the game, and he's showing why that he's gotten, the handsome payday that he did.
There's no question about that. But it's in pairing him up with a guy like Jordan Addison. Yep. What about Jordan? He's an unbelievable route runner in his own right.
He is, and honestly, having Justin and Jordan here, it just made Jordan that much better because the attraction that Justin is going to get on a week-in and week-out basis.
First and goal from the 1. Vikes lead 13-3. Darnold's under center. Johnny Munt in motion to the right. Handoff. Aaron Jones to the right side. Into the end zone. Touchdown! He's showtime! And he runs the Minnesota Vikings to a 19-3 lead.
Hell, leave it to a former Green Bay Packer to run the football in the second half of a game and put the Vikings up, which will hopefully be 20-3. But this is exactly what this team needed. The offense to have a long drive, let the defense get to the sideline, recoup a little bit. So fantastic execution on behalf of the Minnesota Vikings on that drive.
Riker 30 of 30 on extra points. Snap spot, right-footed kick is good. Aaron Jones with the rushing touchdown, the 50th of his career and 5th this season. Minute and a half to go in the third quarter. Minnesota leads 20-3 on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Showtime and Polaris.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go a walk in the park with the new Ford Explorer. Become the MVP of the work site with the unrivaled performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America. Or discover what it really means to adventure in the great outdoors with the new Bronco Sport. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Based on calendar year total sales.
Hey, friends with food allergies, life is about to get way easier. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Look, let's not argue. You've got enough stress. Just remember this name. Liam's. Liam's. Lee to the ums. As in Liam's frozen entrees that are free of the top 9 allergens. What? Gluten-free, too. Delicious, nutritious, ready in minutes, safe meals for you, your kids, and even those adorable people who can eat whatever they want. Liam's rocks. To find which grocer's freezers are cool enough to stock Liam's, head to saferplate.com.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
It's crazy what you can pick up when no one's calling. The inviting sway of switchgrass prairie. Boots crunching dirt on a Black Hills climb. A wide open mind riding down the open road. And the silence of a darn good sunset from east to west. So go ahead and unplug. There's so much South Dakota, so little time.
Showtime! Now, back to Vikings football on The Fan.
Yes, sir.
At U.S. Bank Stadium. It was an Aaron Jones 1-yard touchdown. Vikings 20, Bears 3. Guys, here's a little theme that's going on for you. See if you can put this together. In the second half, the Vikings offense has had 2 drives, not one single recorded run. That scoring drive, Aaron Jones gets 7 carries for about 7 yards a clip. You think we should run the ball a little bit more often this game?
No.
Boom! There's Riker's kick.
Just kidding.
And Travis Homer opts for a fair catch. 20-3 Minnesota.
Now, Ben,
Pete, don't be jerky, Pete.
No, I'm saying you bring up a great point because you look at the time of possession and what did the defense need? I mean, they held together, they bent but didn't break to the nth degree on that last drive, and so they had some opportunity, they had some time to get on the bench, collect themselves, figure out what's going on. And, you look at what's happening now. They're expecting the Bears to throw the football. You have Jihad Ward lined up as an interior defensive lineman. So if the Bears want to run the football here, they're definitely at an advantage.
Rome Odunze, the rookie, in motion to the left. 20-3 Minnesota, a minute and a half to go in the third quarter. Flags on the play. And the whole thing's going to stop Fall Star Bears.
No, that's on us.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it was Jamin Davis jumping offside.
Hey.
He was in the neutral zone, so we'll see. They're talking about it. At some point, they just got to flip a coin and make a decision here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense, number 57. 5-yard penalty, first down.
You're seeing it clearly, Pete. Jamin Davis.
Yeah, it's again. It's one of, you're giving them free 5 yards, and I understand Jamin Davis wants to be in there and he's getting the opportunity, but again, we have our small defensive front in there, and you can't let him run the ball now.
1st and 5. Caleb Williams hands it to DeAndre Swift, and with a head of steam heads to the left side, plowing Vikings past the 40, outside the numbers to about the 44-yard line. That'll be a 13-yard run by DeAndre Swift very late in the third quarter. That Vikings touchdown, by the way, came inside the red zone, inside the 20. They've been inside the 20 3 times this game with 2 touchdowns. The Bears allowed San Francisco 5 red zone touchdowns last year. The last week, that is. Williams back to pass, whips one right, caught at the 50 by DJ Moore. Quick hitting gain of 9, 2nd and 1.
Yeah, and I think that's where Caleb Williams is getting better. There was a blitz on that play. It was a nice job by DJ Moore to just run a quick little hot route, a little hook, and the ball was delivered before the blitz could even get there.
2nd down, Vikes lead 20-3 deep in the third quarter. Handoff DeAndre Swift, and like Le'Veon Bell, he slow rolls it up the middle, then puts the pedal to the metal at the 47, and he'll get to the 43 for a gain of 5 and a first down. All right, Patrick, your thoughts on the Vikings at 11-2. Let's say they win this game 12-2. What kind of squad do you think it's gonna take to pass Detroit and win the division?
Man, they got a very good squad that can compete with Detroit right now. They just can't make those turnovers and those costly mistakes that they did in the first game.
Williams, empty backfield, 3 receivers left, 2 right. Goes back to pass, throws over the middle, and it's caught by DJ Moore. He's super speedy, caught at the 37, and that's where he stopped. 5-yard gain. That's the end of the third quarter. The Vikes lead 20-3. Appreciate you, man.
Anytime, Paul.
Stick around as long as you want.
Stick around.
Yes,
thanks for joining the broadcast. That's Patrick Peterson. He is Football Immortality. 20-3 Minnesota into the fourth quarter against the Chicago Bears, and this is Minnesota Vikings football.
Finding the right home for a loved one with memory issues can be a daunting challenge. Even more difficult when you realize the facility you've picked isn't providing the care you hope for. You don't have to settle for less. Welshire Memory Care is the gold standard in memory care. Welshire features full-time nursing staff on site 24 hours a day with daily activities 7 days a week, featuring 35 activity team members and 2 licensed musical therapists. Your loved one can live with pride and dignity. See for yourself. Schedule a visit. WelshireMN.com. That's WelshireMN.com.
Taste the holiday magic at Caribou Coffee and treat yourself to delicious drinks made with real ingredients. This year, enjoy returning seasonal classics like the Ho Ho Mint Mocha, Spicy Mocha, and Vanilla Oat Nog Latte. Or try Cranberry Lemonade Energy with Coconut Milk Cold Foam. Or the Cranberry Dark Chocolate Espresso Shaker. Use the Caribou Coffee app to order ahead and skip the line and get your holiday hustle on with Caribou Coffee, the official hometown coffee of the Minnesota Vikings.
Viking fans, are you ready for the coldest rivalry of the season? This December 29th, it's the Vikings versus the Packers, and a showdown so icy, it might just freeze the cheese right off those hats. The first 40,000 fans through the gates will score a one-of-a-kind hand warmer, powered by 3M Science.
Whoa! It's got 3M Thinsulate to keep my hands toasty.
And 3M Scotch-Lite Reflective so I can still go for runs in the dark.
Walks
in the dark!
Warm hands, bright visibility, no excuses. Be one of the first 40,000 fans on December 29th. Brought to you by 3M Science, making cold games cooler.
TimberTech is the best-looking decking on the market and the #1 brand with the pros. But TimberTech isn't just good-looking today. It will look great for decades thanks to our innovative product design, industry-leading product and labor warranties, and top-rated fire resistance. If you want a great deck, you want a TimberTech deck. Build with the #1 brand in premium decking. Build with TimberTech. TimberTech. It's everything wood should be. And available at leading building supply dealers and lumber yards near you.
Live stream Vikings games throughout Minnesota all season long. Powered by Quantum Fiber on iHeartRadio and KFAN.
What's going on? Fourth quarter, Minneapolis. Ben Lieber, Pete Bursich, Paul Allen. Vikings lead 20-3. 2nd and 4 for Chicago at the Vikings 37-yard line. Handoff DeAndre Swift. Stutter steps at the line of scrimmage. Jukes out to the right. Jonathan Bullard, along with Jonathan Grenard, converge on Swift. It's a gain of 1, 3rd and 3 for the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, the Bears have over 100 yards rushing. And I want to just emphasize that the D linemen we have now, we have our big guys in there.
Bears 0 of 7 on 3rd down. Caleb steps away from the pressure, floats out to the right. Bernard's all over him, throws to the right, and caught at the 17. A nice piece of toe tapping by Keenan Allen. It'll be a connection of 20 yards and a Bears first down. Nice job, Keenan Allen.
And again, that's another perfect example as Harrison Smith just can't quite get up there and get there. Did he have both feet on the ground? I don't know. We're going to have to maybe get a red flag, but I don't think we're going to.
First down, 1st and 10 from the Vikings 16. Handoff Swift. Runs away from Bullard as he tries to negotiate and get to the right side, but right into the awaiting arms of Blake Cashman. It's a tackle for loss by Cashman. It'll be 2nd and 11 from the Vikings 17 with Minnesota leading 20-3. The Bears scored a touchdown, but offensive lineman Doug Kramer checked into the game and as an extra offensive lineman and forgot to report. So the touchdown was nullified. They settled for a field goal by Cairo Santos. They're looking for their first touchdown this game. 2nd down, 2nd and 11 from the Vikings 17. Empty backfield, 3 receivers left, 2 right. Williams takes the Shelton snap, steps up, fade to the end zone, incomplete, overshooting Roma Dunze, 3rd down.
Yeah, what a great job by Cam Bynum to play that double move. And as the Bears go empty, you have to make a decision on defense as whether or not you want to rush 4 or bring some extra pressure, and they did. It was Blake Cashman rushing up the middle, and I think Cashman is more of a contained guy or a late contained rusher. He's not pinning his ears back, but he's reading what Caleb Williams is doing. So we're adjusting our pass rush because of the mobility of Caleb Williams.
Bears 1 of 8 on 3rd down. 3rd and 11 from the Vikings 17. Empty backfield. Nobody's back there with Caleb. 3 receivers left, 2 right.
There we go.
False start. Yale rookie, the replacement left tackle.
Full start. Offense number 72. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
That's Karan.
By rule, the clock will start on my signal. On the snap.
Correction. Oh my God, G. You know, it's. I mean, he's had a rough game.
Yeah.
But I mean, Braxton Jones practiced the entire week, and then had concussion-like symptoms yesterday and was scratched this morning. So
yeah, I mean, for some guys though, not knowing they're going to start up until the last minute, it's better for them. They don't have to worry about it all week long. But yeah, he was thrust into the spotlight late.
3rd down, 3rd and 15 from the Vikings 21. Caleb Williams shotgun. Travis Homer in the backfield to his right. Keenan Allen in motion to the left. Caleb protected nicely on a straight drop. Spins away from a Viking. Spins away from another. Now he looks to leap over a Viking, and he's trying to be Fran the man on the fan. He throws it up to the end zone. Flag on the play. Incomplete. Holy cow. Caleb Williams with a nice Fran Tarkenton impression there. He was hit hard at the end of it. A little slow to get up.
And we're going to get an eligible receiver down the field on the Bears. So I'm amazed at the shiftiness
eligible
of Caleb
member
Williams.
of the offense downfield illegally, number 72. That 5-yard penalty has been declined. 4th down.
Let's head down to Ben Lieber.
You know who else is impressive is Jonathan Grenard. I know it's kind of fun to watch Caleb run around out there, and he is nimble and quick, but all along chasing him the whole way, having to redirect and explode out of every single break is Jonathan Grenard, and he was feeling it as they were going through that call there, the officials. He has hands on his hips. He is exhausted.
39-yard field goal try by Cairo Santos, who has had 2 blocked this year, including one by Jerry Tillery of the Vikings. Snap spot, high snap, put down by Taylor. Right-footed kick is up, and it is good. Cairo Santos makes it 20-6 Vikings on the Sleep Number scoreboard and the KFAN Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Polaris.
Vikings fans, be the light for a local family in need this holiday. Many families are forced to choose between paying for rent or buying groceries. Nobody should have to choose. Ring bells or donate to the Salvation Army and be a light. Every $100 raised feeds 3 families for a week, helps save a family from eviction, or provides hope when someone needs it most. Learn more at salvationarmynorth.org. Together, we can be the light.
You're listening to Vikings football.
Hey, so what's better than a Vikings win? Celebrating a Vikings win cruising around in a brand new Polaris Slingshot S or a Polaris snowmobile. So right now at Quick Trip, for every $1 you spend with Quick Rewards, you'll earn a Fan Zone point to spend in the Viking Zone. Then, with your Quick Rewards app, spend points for your chance to win prizes throughout the season, like a Polaris Slingshot S. Nice! Kick off your winning season with Quick Trip and your Minnesota Vikings. See quicktrip.com/fanzone for details.
Martin Marietta, an American-based company, is a leading producer of heavy building materials and the top supplier of asphalt to the Twin Cities. Guided by values like safety, integrity, and stewardship, Martin Marietta strives to provide the materials on which our communities grow. Visit martinmarietta.com to learn more. Interested in a career with a rock-solid team offering competitive pay and benefits? Visit careersthatcrush.com to apply today. Skol, Vikings!
With its smart, sustainable water solutions, Pentair helps the world move, improve, and enjoy water, life's most essential resource. From great-tasting water for homes and businesses, to energy-efficient pumping solutions and everywhere in between, Pentair is focused on driving innovation that helps people and the planet thrive. Visit Pentair.com to learn how. Pentair, the official sustainable water partner of the Minnesota Vikings.
Viking safety Cam Bynum joins Dan Barrero tomorrow on KFAN, thanks to Federated Insurance. Now back to Vikings football on The Fan.
The Minnesota Vikings lead the Chicago Bears 20-6. Cairo Santos just capped a 10-play, 49-yard possession. Took 3:38 off the clock between quarters 3 and 4. And the touchdownless Chicago Bears will now kick it away to Ty Chandler. Nothing beats a game-winning drive, and you'll find lots of those at your Twin Cities Hyundai dealers. Check out their all-pro lineup of cars and SUVs today, and boom! Santos kick to the west side of U.S. Bank Stadium. Ty Chandler 3 yards deep in the end zone. He opts for a fair catch. And the Vikings will begin at their own 30-yard line. Sam Darnold with one touchdown pass this game, meaning he has 29 this season. For players in their first year with the Minnesota Vikings, Darnold's 29 touchdowns is one behind Kirk Cousins in his first year, 2018. He had 30. Brett Favre had 33 in 2009. So Sam has 3 games and a quarter to catch and pass HOF Brett Favre with those 33 touchdowns in 2009. Jordan Addison sprints out wide right. Justin Jefferson left. Now he goes in motion behind Sam Darnold. Offset eye left behind Sam, who's under center. The tailback is Cam Akers. Darnold back to pass. He's going to wheel it out right to Jefferson on a sweet screen. Caught to the 30-35. Near the sideline to the 40. Justin Jefferson following his vanguard of blockers beautifully. That's a 21-yard connection. That's a first down.
Now, and that's just a decided play. It's a run pass kind of an option.
Flag on the other side of the field, Pete.
What do we got going on
I
here?
don't know.
Oh, come on.
There is no foul on the play.
Sweet.
First down.
You were saying?
Wow. Darnold, depending on the look the defense gives him, if the number count is right on the outside, then they throw it. If it's right on the inside, then you hand it off. So great decision. Again, getting Justin Jefferson the ball in space as the offensive line is just working laterally, and JJ has some room on the outside. Man, he's just so explosive, Paul.
That was Darnold's first connection this game of more than 20 yards, meaning he has 53 this season, tops in the NFL. 12 and a half minutes to go in the game. Vikes lead 20-6. First down from the 50-yard line. Handoff Cam Akers to the left side, and he's going to be hit by Ford right after he gets the ball. Tyreek Stevenson slow to get up. He finished him off a gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
And Tyreek Stevenson had an interception earlier, and again, the first one that Darnold had thrown in quite some time. But I think in that situation, Darnold took that calculated risk and said, hey, I'm just going to throw up a 50-50 ball, and really pinned the Bears back even further. So, overall, Darnold hasn't looked as sharp as we've seen him. So how he ends this game is going to be very, very important.
2nd and 6 for the Vikings from the Bears 45. Darnold shotgun. Hawkinson in motion to the right. Sam with a short drop. Passes right. Caught Jordan Addison at the Bears 40 for a quick-hitting gain of 5. And that'll make it 3rd and 1 with 11 and a half minutes to go in the game. Vikes lead 20-6.
And Darnold's getting everybody back in the huddle. And I think Patrick brought up a great point with just the rhythm, the getting in and out of the huddle. That's been a very big weapon tonight for our offense.
3rd and short from the 40. 2 tight ends to the right. Handoff Cam Akers and countered in the backfield. He reaches for the first down to the 39, and he got it. Tough love yardage by Cam Akers, first down.
Yeah, we dodged a bullet with that one. Tremaine Edmonds running through the offensive line untouched and makes contact in the backfield, but Cam Akers is able to spin out of it a little bit and just enough to get the first down.
Darnold out of the shotgun on first down, facing a 4-man rush, throws it to the left side, and it's caught by Justin Jefferson at the 31 on Jalen Johnson. That's a gain of 8, but those are those throws you always talk about, Pete. Right hash mark, left sideline. I mean, what a strong arm it must take to do that.
It does, and it's some things that, Brock Purdy doesn't make that throw. There are a lot of guys that can't.
Darnold play action on 2nd and 2. Rolls out to the right. Throws to the end zone. And it's intercepted by Tyreek Stevenson. But flags all over the place. I mean, he shoved Jordan Addison about 6 feet to make that interception. This is going to be 1st and goal, Minnesota.
The bad part is Addison was wide open early. And Darnold didn't see him. And then lofted that thing up there late. So we'll get the penalty. It'll be 1st and goal.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both by the defense.
Excellent.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense, number 98. That penalty is declined. Pass interference. Defense, number 29. That foul occurred in the end zone. We're going to put the ball at the 1-yard line. Automatic, first down.
I mean, Tyreek Stevenson didn't even try to hide it.
Yeah, that was kind of a cheap shot by Montez Sweat. He just leaned himself in there and gave him a shoulder. But you're right, Tyreek Stevenson didn't try to hide it at all. Now,
30-yard penalty.
We gotta look up the last time we had 2 rushing touchdowns in the second half of a football game.
Oh, geez, that sounds easy.
Because I think actually Cam Akers is in there right now, not Aaron Jones.
Mm-hmm.
But in this situation, you got 10:26 in the 4th quarter. Go ahead and run this thing a couple times, burn some time off the clock.
Akers behind C.J. Hammond, a tightly packed eye, 1st and goal from the 1. Sam Darnold's under center. Play action to Akers. Sam boots out to the right. Sam encountered, and he throws it away with his left hand. Montez Sweat all over him. It'll be an incomplete pass. So that'll make it 2nd and goal from the 1. An interesting facet about this game. Sam Darnold's yards per attempt is 5.8. Into the game, he was 3rd in the NFL, 8.5 yards per attempt, trailing only Lamar Jackson and Jared Goff.
Yeah.
2 of the 3 top MVP candidates,
And Paul, I think if the Bears have done anything, the Jonathan Owens and Kevin Byard, the safeties, and same thing with Tyreek and Jalen Johnson, is they've been playing everything deep to short, right? And that's why we saw Hawkinson do so well throughout this half of the football game. They're taking away those deep passes.
Second and goal from the 1, offset eye right behind Darnold. Handoff Akers, stretch out to the right, encountered at the line of scrimmage. Grinds his way for a touchdown! Cam Akers with his first rushing touchdown this year. And the Minnesota Vikings have a 26-6 lead.
And Tyreek Stevenson getting up limping. So he's checking himself out. He's looked like he got an ankle twisted up in there somewhere. But this is what I'm saying. Just give it a shot. Run that football in and make a statement as Tyreek Stevenson now goes down. And the trainers are coming out to check on him. But, when you're in a position like we're in, you're up. You need time of possession. You need to get that back in your favor, and you're doing some good things on the ground. Keep it up. Keep it up. Don't try to get too fancy. It's not too complicated at this stage of the game.
The operative number here is 50, as in 50. Here's why. Aaron Jones with a rushing touchdown earlier, the 50th of his career. Cam Akers with a rushing touchdown just now in the 50th game of his career. And he runs the Minnesota Vikings to a 26-6 lead. Tyreek Stevenson is still down. Now he's assisted up by members of the Chicago Bears training staff. And Will Reichard will look to extend the lead to 27-6.
Yeah, Paul, I don't know if you mentioned it on the call, but that was Cam Akers' first rushing touchdown of the season. And it's amazing to see him run with Aaron Jones. They have both such unique running styles, right? And Cam Akers does a really, really nice job deep in the red zone because of how he can just keep his momentum going forward and how well he reads blocks in front of him.
Reichard kicking to the east side of U.S. Bank Stadium. Andrew DePaula snaps to Ryan Wright. Will kicks from between the hash marks on the extra point. Snap spot. Reichard. It's good. On the Sleep Number scoreboard, it's all Minnesota with 10:14 to go in the game. The Vikings lead 27-6 on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Polaris.
From the convenience stores in Cloquet to the supermarkets in St. Cloud, the Minnesota Lottery's Vikings scratch game is here. These are the concrete coliseums where we'll challenge chance and chase glory, where we'll gamely scratch and fearlessly scrape in pursuit of up to $100,000 in cash prizes. These are the stadiums where we come to play. Get in the game. Minnesota Lottery. I'm in. Must be 18 or older to play.
For the Vikings, growth is a team effort. Coaches maximize performance. Teammates push your limits. But in business, who's there to help you grow? Lumen, that's who. Like saving live broadcasts from lag time, helping deliver the in-stadium experience for fans with millions more around the globe, and bringing all the benefits of the cloud to your network. So it's as secure as a defensive line and as legendary as the fans that cheer them on. Welcome to the on-demand network that meets your demands. Learn more at lumen.com. Services not available everywhere.
When football season kicks off, everything else takes a back seat to sports convenience. That's sports convenience. Running errands, not sports convenient. Cooking dinner, not sports convenient. But shopping online is now extra sports convenient thanks to Pays, a fast online checkout offered by banks and credit unions. With Pays, there's no typing in card numbers, no apps to download, and cards stay in one place so you don't have to leave the couch. In the name of sports convenience, try Pays today. Learn more at PAZE.com.
Hey, Mark Rosen here. Let me tell you about a great way to stream all your Vikings coverage, shows, and analysis right on your big screen TV. It's Fox Local, a free streaming app where you can watch live shows of Vikings Game Day Live or Postgame Tonight, plus a ton of exclusive stories and features that only Fox 9 can provide. So search Fox Local on your streaming device, install, and stay connected to your Vikings and local news here in Minnesota with Fox Local.
Every Tuesday at 11, Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell joins Paul Allen live from the TCO studio right here on the audio home for Vikings football. KFAN, The Fan.
Scoreboard Central.
Brought to you by the Minnesota Lottery, where you can play the Minnesota Vikings scratch game from the Minnesota Lottery for a chance to win up to $100,000 instantly. It's a safety and then two field goals of 40 and 48 gives us the weird score of 15-3. Falcons have the lead over the Raiders. Now back to PA.
All right, Must 27-6. Minnesota leads the Chicago Bears. Will Reichert set to kick it off. And boom. There's the end-over-end production to the east side of U.S. Bank Stadium. Travis Homer calls for a fair catch, and the Bears will begin at their own 30-yard line. So the Vikings, assumedly well on their way to a 12-2 record. That would be the same record as the Detroit Lions. Detroit, losers yesterday to the Buffalo Bills, would still own the lead in the NFC North because they beat the Vikings here at U.S. Bank Stadium. But these injuries for the Detroit Lions, holy cow. I mean, Aiden Hutchinson, Alex Anzalone, now David Montgomery's done for the season.
Yeah.
We'll see how that impacts them through the final three. Caleb Williams, 1st and 10 from his own 30. DJ Moore motions behind Williams to the right, and Caleb goes that way, caught DJ at the 30, right in front of his bench to the 35. It's a quick hitting gain of 5, and it's 2nd and 5.
Yeah, for the Vikings defense, Paul, you have some of your, again, smaller bodies out there. So we do that with our personnel groups. Dallas Turner's out there, Pat Jones, but Jalen Redmond, but then you also have Jihad Ward, and we don't have a ton of depth at the interior defensive line position, so you're asking Jihad Ward to play a 3 technique.
Caleb Williams, 15 of 24, 162, 0 touchdowns, 0 picks. Facing a blitz, throws left to DJ Moore, caught at the 30, and he'll rally ahead to the 35. Barely gets past the line of scrimmage, but it'll be a gain of 2, making it 3rd and 3 with 9:20 and counting to go in the game. Caleb Williams, with those 25 attempts, by the way, has now gone 280 consecutive passes without a pick.
Yeah, it's been very impressive, and I think for Bears fans, they have to really be excited about the future. I understand there's going to be a lot of changes at the head coaching spot and maybe above, but Caleb Williams is definitely an impressive quarterback.
Bears 1 of 9 on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 3 from their own 37. Huge blitz. Oh, Caleb is smacked, and down goes Caleb Williams. Dallas Turner, with his 2nd sack this season, drives the Bears all the way back to the 27-yard line, and they're going to be punting to Brandon Powell.
Yeah, what an unbelievably good move. The speed to get around Darnell Wright, and that's exactly what we've been looking for out of Dallas Turner. What we wanted, what we expected, just an unbelievable move. Played man-to-man coverage. So Caleb Williams he didn't have his quick throw available.
2nd sack of Caleb this game. He's been sacked 58 times this year. Taylor with a wobbly punt, fielded by Powell at the 30, far side 35 to the 40, make it the 41. It's an 11-yard return by Brandon Powell. And the Vikings get the ball with a 27-6 lead. Ben Lieber's on the sideline.
Well, Pete was talking about it, that whole drive for their defense. It was mainly the backups on the defensive front, even the outside linebackers. And as Dallas Turner got that sack, guys, who's the first guy that's about 10 yards on the field celebrating with him?
You?
Jonathan Grenard. Not me.
Oh.
Not me. I would have liked to, but
Mike Pettin?
You don't want to see my dancing. But there was Jonathan Grenard, who's having a monster game today. He was out there first to celebrate with his young little protege in Dallas Turner.
Your dancing's fine. But it can't be as good as your singing we hear during that commercial on KFAN. Now, that's top notch.
Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad.
It's the best.
But just lean into it, right?
1st and 10 from the 40. Darnold tosses left to Aaron Jones, turns it up past the line of scrimmage, outside the numbers, hit and stopped at the 43. It's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, you gotta love Ben Lieber, but he'll do anything for money, Paul. Just remember that.
Anything?
Well, the singing part of it, at least.
Sam Darnold, 23 of 39, 225, a touchdown and a pick. He has 12 games this year with a passer rating of 100 or more. That's a Minnesota Vikings single-season record. He's going to have to giddy up to have number 13 here. His passer rating 73.1.
Yeah, and that, some of that I think reflects the inefficiency. And early in this game, him trying to get the ball to Justin Jefferson, and the drop by JJ doesn't help either.
Jefferson targeted 13 times, 7 catches. Darnold hands it to Aaron Jones, speedy to the left side across the 45. Outside the numbers, hit at the 48 and stopped at the 50. AJ with an 8-yard gallop and a first down for the Minnesota Vikings.
And Paul, you have to take a look at our offense and take a look at this team, especially offensively, and just as the game. If you look at the game as a whole, how much better we get, not only throwing the ball, but also running the football. And, we struggled, I think, early, got away from the run a little bit, but we're getting back into it. And it's the outside run now that we've been taking advantage of the Bears. And so it's just, we're so versatile offensively.
16 runs, 78 yards, and a touchdown for Jones, and they're going to go right back to him. He heads to the right side, hit at the 46-yard line of the Bears. He'll plow ahead to the 44. It's a 5-yard gain for Jones. Members of this Bears defense undoubtedly getting tired. Jones should have been stopped after 2 or 3 yards. He ended up getting 5, and now we have a Bears timeout on the field.
Yeah, kind of an interesting time to take the time out. You just want to get some substitutions in, and that's another thing. All the weapons at your disposal, the Vikings have tried to use as many as they can. Now, outside of us shooting ourselves in the foot with the offsides, but just the change of pace with the hurry-up offense and running the ball inside and then now trying to get it on the outside as this game wears on. So just the versatility with Kevin O'Connell and how he's calling this game is really fantastic.
2nd and 5 from the Bears 43 out of the timeout. 2 tight ends right, 2 receivers left, and out of that they'll run Aaron Jones to the right side. He stood up at the line of scrimmage, but he falls ahead for a gain of 2. And that'll make it 3rd and 3, and Thomas Brown, the interim head coach for the Chicago Bears, he's going to use his 2nd of 3 timeouts with 6:23 to go in the game. Minnesota leads 27-6.
And I got maybe ask Ben, is this the shortest 3rd down that we've faced all day? I mean, the Vikings are 6 of 11 on 3rd down thus far, but at least it's 3rd and manageable.
Well, if my notes are correct, this is the 3rd and 3 that we have faced. Now, there was one a little while ago that was more like a 3rd and 2, but it said 3rd and 3. But yeah, it has not been a lot, you guys, and keep talking about it. It is pre-snap penalties. It's other penalties that's kind of like holding us back. But, 3rd down and long distance has been an issue today.
3rd and 3 for the Vikings from the Bears 41. Sam Darnold puts Jordan Addison in motion in front of him. He's out of the shotgun.
There we
have a
go.
false start on the Vikings. It's 3rd and 8.
I blame Ben on this one.
74.
Full start. Offense number 74. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
I think that's my man's 5th penalty this game. The Vikings have 9 penalties for 55 yards.
Yeah, and we've been getting out of that. And usually when you're able to run the football efficiently, as Tyreek Stevenson checks back in, I would test him out right away. But usually when we start running the football, it gets that offensive line in a rhythm for sure. But Cam's been struggling all day today.
Darnold shotgun, 2 receivers left and right. 3rd and 8 from the Bears 46. 6:23 to go in the game. The Vikes lead 27-6. Darnold facing a huge blitz, and down goes Sam Darnold. T.J. Edwards unscathed, got through for his 3rd sack this season. Knocked Sam all the way back to Vikings territory, and now they're going to be punting as the Bears use their final timeout with 6:17 to go in the game.
And that's the same blitz with Kyler Gordon coming off the edge that they ran earlier. And so you had C.J. Ham scanning all the way across. That means you have to slide the line up front, and there was absolutely no one there for T.J. Edwards. So, again, when you have you can either block the blitz up or you can decide to throw hot. And we had no one there to throw hot because we were trying to get, again, that's the difference, like what Ben was saying. 3rd and 3, you can do that. 3rd and 8 may not quite get it done. So that's just just a result of our own undoing, if you will, that stalled the drive.
That's the 2nd time Sam Darnold has been sacked this game, meaning he has been sacked 42 times this year. And Ryan Wright will punt it to Josh Blackwell. Oh, it's a block punt! The Bears block the punt, and it rolls out of bounds. Wright a little slow to get up, by the way, at the 35. Block punt by Dominique Robinson. 3rd year from Miami of Ohio. That's the 2nd punt that's been blocked on Ryan Wright during his career. the other 2022 by Indianapolis, and they scored a touchdown on it. But Robinson, like a shot, right through the middle for a block punt.
Yeah, just Chandler has to look for the most dangerous blocker.